Let's go live. A little earlier than on the schedule, but a little late than what I said on my community tab. Anyway, y'all, we got some shit to talk about. I already got the video for tomorrow. Basically, I just got to put all the parts together and it's edited. It's done, right? Or for Wednesday. I don't know how I'm going to observe the holiday yet. I've been invited to some 4th of July festivities. But anyway, we'll talk about the next live stream later. First, while these notifications go out, we're going to listen to Lola Brooke, Play With It. Don't play with it. My bad. Royal family, what is good? We back in the house. Shout out to Leak You, God Mama. Okay, yes, please hit that like button. Please do that because I spent a lot of work on today's video. Now, today's video was going to be the next video because I'm working, right? I've been editing all weekend, y'all. Just brought the kids from the water park and, spent a little time just relaxing, getting ready for the live and everything like that. But this video has been done since yesterday. Okay. So there was some information that came out. I'll get to that in a minute. But shout out to everybody in here. Roll a Mile in My Shoes. Y'all check out her channel as well. Roll a Mile. You can put your link as well as Leak You in the chat. Any of my moderators can do that if you have a channel. What's good? Everybody up in the room. Bell. Okay. Jeremiah Judah. Man, look, I see Shaka up here. We gonna deal with, I'm gonna give you a little hint. We gonna deal with one of Shaka's videos next live, okay, period. But I really wanted to do that live today, but y'all, I was feeling some type of way about what we gonna look at today, okay? So y'all know that, or maybe you don't know, there's a male in the conscious community. He frequents the HOK. His name is Brother Garfield, like the cartoon character. Anyway, so him and Sanetta got into it recently or whatever. Sanetta went up on his platform. He had told Garfield to suck a dick. And just all crazy type of shit, right? So then Sanetta goes to his platform and does what he does all the time. But this time he left the video up. I did have it before he had originally took it down, but he had put it back up. But where he was going in on Garfield. Okay, now we're not necessarily here for Garfield today. We're really here for a lot of the statements that were made on his channel, right? Sanetta's channel, a lot of the enablers, right? A lot of the Pedomon. If you don't know about my channel yet, we call sexual predators over here Pedomon, okay? So the Pedomon and the enablers of the house of enablers and Pedomon, as well as Sanetta, who may be an enabler or a Pedomon. You get the drift, right? Anyway, they had a long ass live stream. Now, I'm not tripping about niggas' lives being long. Child, you could go and see where I did 12 hours before, 24 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, 11 hours, whatever, right? But I had to edit this video because Sanetta will flag me if I just show the original. And I also did not want to sit here for almost 5 hours. But what I did was I edited the whole almost 5-hour video into 2 hours. Okay. So we'll be here for at least 2 hours in this bitch. In the first half, I may give commentary, but in the second half, that's where I was kind of like, you know what? Fuck this shit. And I started, I grabbed my mic and was like, bitch, look at here. Okay. So that is what happened. So during the beginning portion, the first roughly about an hour, I may give commentary just fresh live, but towards the last bit or whatever, like the last hour is kind of where some of the edits and more of the juicy information comes. Now, you guys know that when I edit a video, I work from beginning to end. So it's not like I just put the juicy shit at the end, right? Oh, my camera's tripping. Anyway, y'all. So we're going to talk about this today because these niggas was over there tripping and motherfucking crippin'. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. Let me stop. I accidentally deleted the motherfucking video that we were supposed to be looking at. Not the video, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, this is it right here. Okay, I have to rewind it, child, because I was showing it to my king. And there was a point in time that my camera was just tweaking. There was a point in time to where one of my children, right, was like, dude is a scammer, dude is a pedophile, like dude is da 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 da, because they overheard the video. I wanted my king to watch this one because there was, like I said, child, there was some statements up in here that is very important, A, and B, also gonna have you like, what in the fuck, child, the enablers over there. They Sanetta is trying to act like, he's gonna wait till the 7th, and if he finds out that that Brother Polite is guilty, then he's gonna hold him responsible. I'm saying, nigga, too late, because you had 2 years. This case started February of 2021. He was, the charge for started in court wise August 17th of 2021. Sanetta has done nothing but come up here and cape for Polite, make excuses for Polite, while victim shaming and attacking the mother and the daughter, the victim in this case. Now, we're going to also hear from Sanetta, and he's going to talk about Brother Polite's wives in the video, right? 2 of them, exactly. One Aminette and one Renentech. Yes, Sanetta had stated and admitted that he obviously knew about Brother Polite marrying the first child that, in my opinion, he got away with the abuse of, the child that left with him to California and is related to Sanetta's family down the line. We're going to get to that as well, okay? But he went on video and shot out Brother Polite's wives, bigged up polygamy, and then told Renentech that she was strong. We gonna hear it. We gonna hear it. We gonna hear it. Okay. She was secure or whatever. I'm just trying to remember some of the words. Okay. But in the door, Sanetta, he's mad at Garfield and shit like that. I did have to censor some things out because, well, my channel is being attacked as well. Still, I'm fighting flags, but because we're, covering the Brother Polite story, we're going to continue. I'm going to fight the flags and then we're going to go. Okay. So anyway, much love to everybody in the chat. If you have not already, please hit that like button. Again, today we're dealing with Sanetta basically going off on Garfield, but the bigger thing here is that the statements that were made about this case, misinformation, lies, enabling Brother Polite at times, and a whole bunch of other shit. Anyway, let's get into the video. Hold on, we are on the wrong fucking screen. Child, I am so tired from bringing these kids to the whatchamacall, child. Anyway, I'll get my rest after this. So let's get into this video right now. Let's go. Sanetta does have a 5th grade education. Hey, Miss Ray Moody. Hey, Porter Shabazz, Queen of the South. Salute to everybody I missed. We're here for 2 hours, y'all.
Peace and Black Power, family. Let me say this real quick, and then I'm going to take it down. because you know YouTube don't want this shit. They're gonna try to get me or strike me for this. But I'm glad Garfield showed his true colors. Garfield's a punk, bitch, pussy ass nigga. That's right, I said it. Garfield is a punk, bitch, pussy ass nigga. Talking about he'll punch me in my face. Nigga, you know where the fuck I live, nigga.
Now, for the first 10 minutes, roughly, is just this image. He, did this with his channel as he was saying the statements or whatever. So I figured I'd give you guys something more to look at than just his ugly ass face. At least we get to look at, Garfield cheesing and grinning, right? The rat that stole the money that got blood on it. Like, look, you know what I'm saying? Check a nigga out. Anyway, now they want to play. Here we go, child. Come on, nigga. Oh my God. Why they always playing with me though?
And I'm outside every day. I'm never scared of your ass. Picture me letting you punch me in my face. You motherfucker. You's a bitch. And I'm saying it again. You know where I live. So if you feel that way about it, come see me, nigga. I'm not a gangster, but I know goddamn well I'm not about to let a nigga like you, a bitch, punk, fat nigga like you, punch me in my face, nigga. I dare you. I'm glad your true color's coming out. And I told y'all yesterday, I said we should not let this polite shit separate the community again. These dumb hoe ass nigga think that I'm supposed to think like him and jump out the window and follow him. I have a right to wait until I see the fucking paperwork on the 7th. When the motherfucker gets sentenced on the 7th, I told everybody, and I'm gonna say it again. I don't care if y'all say I'm wrong. I got my feelings, I got my doubts in the case, but I'm still gonna do it my way. I don't give a fuck about I'm not defending no goddamn Polite. If Polite did something to that goddamn baby, he deserved to be put in front of a fuck. Did you hear what I said? So do that sound like a man that's trying to defend a nigga that did something to a baby? Hell no. But I still have a right to do the right thing, and that is to wait until everything come out. I let all you YouTube lawyer motherfuckers jump out the window and do what y'all.
Gangsta Sa is funny. What? This is Filthy Frank right here. The alter ego of Sanetta.
Want to do? I don't care. You don't see me in there trying to stop y'all from banging on Polite. What?
Thank you for the donations. I appreciate you.
How the fuck is y'all trying to get me to jump on y'all bandwagon? I'm not going to jump out the window. I'm going to wait until the hammer come down on the 7th. Every court case Polite get, don't everybody see it? So why I can't wait until the 7th come so we can all get what did he cop out for, so we don't have to be assuming shit. Oh yeah, he did this. Oh, he probably got, you hear everybody. Oh, he probably got copped out to this charge. Oh,
yeah, but the problem is with that is you have seen how this case has went over the last 2 years. You have seen that it's not looking good for him. Okay, period. And you're trying to reserve your, right to, wait to the 7th or whatever, because at the end of the day, you're just trying to play it safe. You know that you have a lot of videos over there that are the main views on your channel that showcase Brother Polite. So you're still gaining revenue off of Polite, promoting Polite in the community, into which all I asked you from the fucking beginning, nigga, was don't promote him during this time. The man is facing 4 lewd and lascivious, which is sexual at some degree, but depending on the 4 charges, some degree of sexual activity with a minor. And you were like, nah, fuck that. I said, Sanetta, start vetting people on your channel because this is not a good look. You was like, fuck that. I do my own thing. I this and that and all this Tony tough ass shit, nigga. So when you say that you're going to wait until July 7th, all I hear is I'm going to play it safe because I really fuck with Polite regardless of what he gets charged with, pleads guilty to or whatever. You still really want to fuck with him. You still want to be able to have them videos up because, child, we're not even going to go there. Let's continue.
Could have been the rape charge or it could have been that. I don't want to do none of that. I'm going to wait and see. And on the 7th is when everybody will get the fucking notice on what the fuck he copped out to. And if it's the goddamn rape charge, then I would be on his motherfucking head. I would be on his ass. I would be the first one to say, lock that nigga up by Dr. York. But I'm not going all out like them niggas until I see the motherfucking paperwork. What's wrong with them niggas? So Garfield said that I'm playing games. Nigga, how dare you say you low-key trying to hate or trying to hurt me, nigga, by saying I'm playing games. I'm not playing no motherfucking game, you bitch-ass nigga, Garfield. You punk bitch, talking about you wanna punch me in my face if you see me. Bitch, you know where the fuck I live. You know where the fuck I live at. Pull up, nigga, pull up. Cut your camera on and say, see, I pulled up and told Sanetta to come outside. Pull the fuck up, bitch. That's one thing. I ain't no motherfucking punk, nigga. You might have beat me, but I guarantee you, you're gonna be in a motherfucking fight, you bitch ass nigga. Fuck is wrong with you? I'm 60. You might get the best of me, but I guarantee you, nigga, I'm gonna get something off on you too. You best to believe that shit. So don't threaten me, boy, thinking I'm gonna back the fuck down. I come out.
So this man is 60 years old and he's talking about pull up and all this hard ass motherfucking shit. But this is why I do not respect all of our elders, because some of y'all don't know how to fucking act. It's your way or no way. Just because you're old does not mean that I have to respect you, especially if you don't act like an elder. Sanetta, you don't not hold yourself as an elder. You just an old ass nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
Out all the time. I drive around your motherfucking way, nigga, and pull up and wait outside for you to do something to me. That's how I work. That's how I get it in.
What's good, sugar man?
You don't fucking know Sanetta.
Sugar man.
You don't know me, nigga. Anybody that come in here with that Sanetta you wrong shit, y'all got the green light to block these bitches because they wasn't saying Garfield was wrong on his channel. I went on Garfield's channel to tell him to defend myself because it was people in the nigga chat going in on me. And I'm like, yo, Garfield, why you letting them niggas say that I'm down with this pedophile shit? You see? That's why I went in there on that chat to tell him that. He want to turn this shit into polite. So I see the low-key hating on this bitch nigga. Bringing me in, nigga. I don't want to talk about the situation. That's y'all. I'm not going to stop y'all from going in. Go the fuck in. Tear polite ass up. Y'all got every right to do what y'all want to fucking do. But don't tell me that I got to jump on board with y'all niggas. I'm going to wait until the hammer come down on the 7th. I got enough discipline and I got enough, what they say, I got enough discipline to wait and patience to wait for the verdict. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for the motherfucking verdict. I don't want to look stupid and like a jackass out there on the street saying some shit because YouTube put up shit or they got YouTube lawyers saying, oh, he had to do this or this had to do this. No, motherfucker, you don't do that shit. I'm going to wait.
Yeah, for those of y'all that don't know, Sanetta, and Polite, I believe, was arguing with Hassan or some shit. And Sanetta got in the car and had a gun. Child, this nigga is a felon. But he was waving around a gun. I'm going to find that clip too. I'm going to put that shit in a fucking edit.
Until the fucking 7th pull up. And when the 7th pull up and this nigga done copped out to some motherfucking shit pertaining to the little baby or that girl, that's when you'll see the Sanetta come out and bang on this nigga. But I'm not going to do it until then because I don't want to be wrong. People saying, well, he got to be wrong because look, he taking the plea deal. He's doing that. A plea deal on what, motherfucker? They not telling you. If you got 7 and 10 fucking charges, what is he pleading guilty to? Nobody fucking know. And so that's why
more damaging is what are the charges this nigga is being accused of. Mind you, he already had the run-in situation with Renentech. Sanetta also came out here and exposed Polite. I don't give a fuck if he was mad like how he's mad at Garfield now. He exposed him. You can't take the words back. And I don't believe you when you say that, oh, I just said that because I was mad. Which also, if we're going to take that into accountability, right? If we're going to look at that as a factor, then most of everything that you've said about somebody else is a motherfucking lie. So you're just really getting up here with a hair in your ass and, you know, coming out here and just spazzing out on motherfuckers because you don't get your way. You are acting like a girl.
They all in here say, oh, it could be this, it could be that. And I'm in there going off on this nigga, banging on this motherfucker, and shit come back. And I'm looking dumb as a motherfucker. Dumb and stupid. Because I thought it was one way, because Garfield's stupid ass over there just showing everybody. He even showed fucking Tasha K video, what Tasha K said. Didn't that bitch just got sued by Cardi B, nigga? For false allegations, you dumb motherfucker? And where's Cardi B at now? Hiding. Moved out of the fucking state because she don't want to get sued by Cardi B. I'm not.
Sanetta's fucking throat chakra is numb right now because of the cocaine dripping on down the nasal passages and the throat chakra, okay?
Want to do that. I'm not enabling this nigga. I'm not down with Polite. Just because I don't want to bang on a nigga, that mean, oh man, he got to be down with it. No, I'm not down with none of that shit. I got a daughter, nigga.
It wasn't until recently that you started saying that you're not fucking with Polite because you know, you've been watching our videos, Sanetta. I know it. You've been watching our videos. You're looking at the evidence against him, and you know in your mind that this nigga did this shit. Mind you, Renentech and then now this situation. It's not like accusations just came out of nowhere. But for you to act like, bro, you lied on Uncle Suge. You said that he was a sexual predator. That was debunked. You know what I'm saying? So don't get mad when we, look into these situations and you real life dead ass have all these connections with people that think and act like they support pedophilia or are a pedophile.
My daughter. And if that shit would have been my daughter, nigga, ain't no questions asked. Pop right in the motherfucking. I ain't playing.
So this got to be your daughter or your family. Like, it got to be your grandchild or your daughter, right? For you to give a fuck. Because I guarantee if Polite had touched your daughter and you're not an enabler of pedophiles and you're not a pedophile, like you didn't offer up your children, then if Polite had touched your daughter, it would have been smoke in the city, allegedly, right? Because you would have somebody ass. Because he threatened to take the pedo's life. And because of YouTube's terms and services, I cannot allow that on my platform. So it got to be your daughter in order for you to give a fuck. You would not once said anything positive towards this victim or anything like that. Since day one, you were coming out trying to discredit the victim and the victim's mother, trying to advocate for Polite. It's not until recently that you've been on this, well, I'm going to drag him if it is, and all this and that. You've been caping, and everybody over there been caping.
Fucking here playing with you niggas. But at the same time, I'm going to be smart about it. This is what happened when you get older. You have a little more wisdom than everybody else.
No, my Cash App is still Queen's Throne 9. Let me see. Hold on.
That want to jump out and act like little fucking babies instead of saying the 7th is right around the corner. Why the fuck y'all won't let me say, okay, Sanetta is right. Let the brother get head out there and wait till the 7th. Let that brother do that. And if the nigga's still going in and doing this shit when the paperwork is right there, now we can bomb this nigga. I can see y'all saying that, but y'all not saying that. Y'all banging on me. Y'all just fucking banging on me. Saying Sanetta got to be a pedophile and he's there with it. Nah, nigga, I reject your deposit. I reject that shit. I'm not going for that. So I even see some of my subscribers over there, some of my motherfucking mods. They not in there. If y'all was over here, I would be defending motherfucking Garfield. Saying, nah, don't put Garfield in that shit. Let's say, check this out. Garfield and Rob Vaughn is homeboys. If Rob Vaughn was to went down with some motherfucking shit like that, and we all know that he's innocent, do you think Garfield is going to just come out and bang on Rob Vaughn? No. He's going to say, no, I want to see the paperwork. I want to see the paperwork. That's what I'm here to do.
Hold on, I'm looking now, Suge.
I want to see the paperwork. Garfield said he's going to punch me in my face. I would love to see it. I'm not going to say you ain't going to do it because you might be crazy enough to do it. Anybody could get punched in the face. But the question is...
Oh, no, that's the wrong Cash App. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me unpin that. And let me pin this one. Okay.
What's the, how they say it? What's the, after effect of it? Joe. What's the counter? I'm going to walk away like a bitch.
No, just playing.
And everybody can see it on YouTube. Oh, yeah. And have Garfield talk about that shit. Yeah. I punched that nigga Saw in the face. No, nigga. You gonna have to beat the shit out of me, boy. You ain't gonna get to walk away. I ain't no motherfucking Polite cross the motherfucking line. I would have crossed the line and punched Zoriak in his motherfucking face. You know why? Because I know once I punch him in his face, everybody gonna break the shit up any motherfucking way. At least they say, God damn it, Sanetta punched that big ass nigga in his face. He got his ass whipped, but he punched Captain in the motherfucking face. That's what I would do. And that's
if you had donated to that other Cash App, that's not my Cash App, so you might want to ask for a refund through Cash App.
That's word on my mother. If Captain
Thank you for calling that to my attention, Sugar Man.
Had me out there because you ain't gonna embarrass me in that street. I'll get my ass whipped, but they'll say that at least that nigga fought back. At least that nigga got shot off. Trust me. But I got every fucking right.
The one that I just pinned is the right one.
To wait until the 7th. And when the 7th come down and they say this is what happened, and then you still see me saying, nah, brother, it ain't then y'all got every right to tear my motherfucking ass up. You got every right to do that. But until then, get the fuck off my back, man. I ain't down with that shit. I'm not down with no molestation. I'm not down with no chat, none of that shit. So back the fuck up off me. And I told y'all before, I told you yesterday, I said, don't let this polite shit separate us in our community like it did the first time. Didn't I say that? I said that. And y'all doing this shit. And y'all fucking doing it right now. Look at me and Garfield. So we the first ones to fall the fuck out. Look at me and Garfield. Because he want to be on some, oh, I'm a doctor, I'm a scholar. Nigga, you ain't shit, nigga. You ain't fucking shit, nigga. You assuming shit like everybody else is. And if I was to jump in the bag, I'll be assuming shit like every fucking body else. And I'm not going to get it wrong. I'm going to get it right. I guarantee you, when this shit drop and the paperwork drop, y'all niggas going to be saying, damn, I was wrong about this one, but I was right about this one. Oh, I was wrong on this one right here, but I was right about this one. I ain't going to have to say none of that shit. I'm going to say, damn, I was right about this. I was right about that. I knew this one, and this one came out, and that one came out. That's when you will hear a statement from Sanetta. Check. So it is what it is, man. Whoever would like to come in and drill me, I put my motherfucking self on the hot seat again because I love the hot seat. I love it. Y'all can come in and say what the fuck you want. The link is in the chat. Drill me. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck because I know in my heart I'm right. I know a lot of motherfuckers. One thing I do know is Polite did make a lot of motherfuckers mad, which I know he did. He did make a lot of niggas mad. Showing off the cars, the girls, your money, catching motherfuckers out there, people saying you scam, all that shit. There's a lot of niggas that hate the motherfucker. I understand that. And I'm not here to defend it. Polite gonna have to defend that shit. Not me. Polite gonna have to defend that shit. Son.
So I want you guys to remember that Suntan right here, this man, was the man that said that that girl being in Polite's hotel room was fair game. And he thinks that like the government or somebody put this case on Brother Polite. Look, it would be a different situation if the Renentech situation didn't happen before this victim. But these niggas, Sanetta and some of these other niggas know about this situation. I also want to point out that here is Jeremiah Judah. I mean, not Jeremiah Judah, child. Judah Nazareth. He up here co-signing what Sanetta is saying, but this nigga has been on several platforms, panels, his own shit, whatever, talking shit about Sanetta, but now he's gonna try to talk shit about us talking shit about this situation. Straight cooning and all that for Sanetta's attention.
Tan, what it is, brother? Peace, man.
What it is, I just got this to say, because I'm a little too old for all this bullshit they doing.
Yeah, fair game, sugar man. It's in an edit. It's either on, it's on this channel in a live, but it's also on Queen's Throne TV in an edit. I'll try to get you that link.
You know what this shit remind me of? And I'm gonna say it like this because you my man, and you just know each other from the internet. But what right is right, wrong is wrong. They remind me of these motherfucking cowboys back in the days when they hang a motherfucker and sit around and it be the wrong motherfucker and they sit around and be looking stupid as hell after they done did it. The manly thing to do all this evidence and shit they got, what is you guys ganging up to crucify this man for? Because you hate it? So I'm looking at it just like you looking at it, man. And hey, side, now this just me. Even if the motherfucker did what he did, I ain't banging on him. I just ain't gonna fuck with him. You know,
So he just gonna say he just not gonna fuck with him. Shug, I sent you the video that I'm talking about where it's in an edit. Just the video with no commentary.
Just have my own opinion about it. I'm not getting with a bunch of motherfuckers. Oh, he ain't shit. He did it. We already know what he did if he did do it.
No. If he did what he did, I'm banging the fuck on
okay,
that.
Okay, but can I
if he fucking did that, I'm banging on that motherfucker.
Like Suntan acts like Brother Polite is fighting like a bank robbery, or you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to lessen the severity of a bank robbery. There's a number of things that could go on, as well as the traumatization that, you know, some of the bank employees may have, right? But this nigga is like acting like it's not something severe, like touching a child. That is very serious. In my opinion, very serious, right up there with murder. But it's even more sick because you're fucking with an innocent child. This child has no notion or anything about what is about to happen to them, and a nigga is taking advantage of them. And even when a woman does it, fuck them hoes too. I got videos going at, exposing that shit. Cause I've been called somebody that hates men. Girl, I have a man. Fuck is you saying? I'm raising men. Fuck is you talking about?
I hear
He
you.
will feel me all the way in the motherfucking jail cell.
Let me ask you this right here too, man. How in the hell, and like I said, I'm not defending Polite. I don't know Polite. I just know from internet. What the hell is a 13-year-old being allowed to go
I like that, Jeremiah Judah Coontan.
to a club? The club ain't open. Then back to the room. And Polite is smart as he is. You know what I'm saying? What is a 13-year-old girl doing on the prowl like that, bro? See,
Nah, brother, you can't.
She was on the prowl. See what I'm saying? Now match that with when I drop this edit. I might even upload the video tonight or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The no commentary version, and just drop it. Recently, I haven't been able to like really be in the premieres or whatever on Queenstone TV, but I will try to get this out. But match it with what he just said right there and what he said the other day. You know what I'm saying? And then other things, like he tried to really say that, they probably going to charge Brother Polite with racketeering. Where in the fuck on the docket does this nigga see racketeering at?
Blame the 13-year-old girl.
I'm
Brother.
not,
What are you talking about?
I'm not blaming her. I'm blaming her motherfucker.
Anything could be possible. She could be thinking he's taking her somewhere to her mother or wherever. But you cannot blame the girl, bro. By no stretch of the imagination.
And that is about the first time that I ever heard Sanetta say something like that. And it's only because everybody's on his ass.
Listen, I'm right here in the city, man. It's a little girl right in our neighborhood.
Right, but you can't blame the girl, though, man.
I'm not blaming her. She looks 22, right? And she be running around with these niggas, and then nobody know her age. You see what I'm saying? I'm not blaming the girl. Polite, swift, smart enough to know. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say, man.
That makes me really feel like, watching this again. I edited this, but watching it again, see, each time that when I edit and when I watch it, and even after the live, sometimes I go back and watch what, I did in my last edit or what happened in the last live, so that I can, kind of stay on course and also keep up with some of your guys' requests or, comments that maybe was brought to my attention or whatever. But this nigga, like, literally, bro, like, I swear, I really think that this man has touched a child or had some type of interaction with a girl that he claims he thought was a minor. And then later on found out that,
I'm gonna just lay back just like you doing, and I ain't got shit to say till the shit hit the fan. And when it do hit the fan, I don't know Polite good enough to be talking shit about him. He ain't did shit.
I don't give a fuck what y'all say about Polite.
But he jumped up here to talk about Garfield in Sanetta's argument. Do you know Garfield like that?
He got to handle that.
And I'm not caping for Garfield either. I'm just saying.
But don't put me in that motherfucking shit.
Right.
Keep me out of that shit. He is his own fucking man. I'm not here to defend him. I'm not here to do none of that shit. Don't tell me Sanetta's I don't got none of that shit on my motherfucking record. Never.
Hey, Poetic Kells, that doesn't mean that you're not a predator. See, sexual offenders, they often don't go to jail for their charges. Some of them will even come out with the truth on their deathbed or take it to the grave. Some victims are so nervous about coming out. They feel weak. They feel like nobody will believe them. Nobody has believed them. So why continue to speak on it or fight it or whatever?
Tell you what, right. Go ahead, Judah.
Thank you, OG Saneter. Hey, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I just did a video on Brother Polite, which I never do because I'm not a clout person. That man got money. And all you guys out there, we know they're going to try to take advantage for clicks and views. But what that man said publicly just a little bit ago, I got it on my, I ain't trying to promote my channel. Fuck my channel. F my channel, sorry. He said that he did not plead nothing to anything that had anything pertaining to violating that girl. Now, I'm not going to speculate on what the charges did he have. It could be, I'm just assuming, speculating, it could be he gave her a drink. She might be underage. Like, bullshit, I need to give me something. I let my little boy taste one of my beers. So if I need to be in jail for that, then they're going to go into jail. But I let him taste the beer of mine. He's a minor.
Now, he just said that he lets his son drink beer. or taste his beer or whatever. Brother Polite is actually being charged with contributing to a minor, which could have been alcohol or drugs or both.
You know what I'm saying? But I let my little boy taste one of my beers. So if I need to be in jail for that, then they're going to jail. But I let him taste the beer of mine. He's a minor. You know what I'm saying? But
I let my little boy taste one of my beers. So if I need to be in jail for that, then they're going to go into jail. But I let him taste the beer of mine. He's a minor. You know what I'm saying? But
he came out and he said it publicly. There's no record of him bleeding.
Oh, conveniently too, he had a beer on his shirt.
Out to anything.
I'm not tripping about beer, but why are you giving it to a minor?
No, I was going to say this real quick. Sanetta was on my channel the other day, yesterday. Sanetta was on my channel the other day, yesterday.
Sanetta was on my channel the other day, yesterday.
Somebody came on my chat. You remember Sanetta? And it was like, Brother Polite pleaded guilty. And Sanetta was like, y'all need to stop bringing out false information. He had just spoken to Brother Polite. So now we got all these people out there. They're trying to get clicks and views, and they're doing all that. There's one thing Polite did say. He said that there is no proof of him pleading out, and whatever he pleading to, it has nothing to do with violating a little girl. And
yeah, and in history, Polite has always told us the truth, never lied to us or anything like that. And we're not doing these videos for clicks and views necessarily. I'm not. This is what my channel is. You know, this is my genre. This is my category, my area that I normally work in, my niche. And I got some, you know, some questions in this bitch. Like, who the fuck is this nigga to all of a sudden be sucking from Sanetta's dick? To tell us that we cannot talk about what's going on or we're clout chasing. Nigga, were you clout chasing when you were going against Sanetta? See, you're a bitch ass nigga. That's how you acting. Because when Sanetta displayed your child, said some shit about your family as well as your wife, displayed her as well, tried to disrespect her whole nationality and all that, now somehow you and this nigga done kissed and made up to the point to where you're trying to throw us under the bus. Nigga, you got life fucked up.
In that manner. You know what I'm talking about. He said he's not down with that. Whatever. It's real quick. I'm sorry, Sanetta, real quick. Garfield, you know I don't mess with you. You're not a man, bruh. And like I said in my last video, or before that, we don't know you. The only way we know you is through Saneter. And you dudes come over, you get your FaceTime off Saneter and HOK, you get a little following, then you figure, oh, I got a little following. No, I don't need Saneter no more. Bruh, you're a human cockroach. You're not a man. You're not loyal. Hey, I forgot what R&B singer said. He said,
Sincere, you're talking about this right here, this video we're looking at right here. This happened about 12 days ago.
These hoes ain't loyal, and I ain't talking about women.
Hey,
I was putting it off and all that, and also, you know, dealing with what we've already looked at and stuff like that. Plus, I edit, so it took me some time, and I really had to make up my mind, did I even want to cover it or not? But I at least wanted to come in and get the footage or whatever, you know what I'm saying, of some of the things that are said. Like Apostle gonna come up here and make all type of statements about his family, and they are pedophilic, just to give you an understanding.
You know, Judah, you know how many motherfuckers called me about Garfield and saying shit? And I was like, nah, I don't know nothing about that. I'm not a part of that. I'm not down with that. You see what I'm saying? I could have easily brought them motherfuckers on my panel and let them bang on this nigga. Even my
Facts, V. Bennett, blind loyalty.
man, Q Butter. Ask Q Butter. Q Butter called me a few times, wanted to bang on this nigga because he got word that Garfield did some shit to somebody that he know. Q would tell you, but these niggas don't do the same shit for me. You see what I'm saying? They don't do that same shit for me. One thing this shit is good for, that this case that's going on right now, it shows you all.
Yeah, his court date is July 7th at 9 a.m. So, you know, we'll be covering it. I might even go live with that. I really didn't want to have y'all just sitting through like the whole live or whatever, like, you know, the parts that aren't about Brother Polite necessarily, but y'all let me know how y'all feel or whatever. Do you want it live in the morning on Friday? Because I can arrange that, but I just have to know now as far as, you know, my life structure and everything like that. But or I could come in here with, you know, a little short edited video of just his portion, and then we could go live that night on what happened.
All the motherfucking snakes that pop their head up out the grass, Judah. All these niggas now want to pop their motherfucking head up out the fucking grass. It shows you who your real motherfuckers are, who's your real people are. So this nigga taking little side shots, asking me some stupid ass fucking question when I told you, nigga, I don't know none of that until Polite case drop. Until when it's over, then we can talk about it. So one nigga get up there and say, well, sir, you could be wrong. You could be wrong. And if you're wrong.
Yeah, and I'll give it to Q Butter. At least he hasn't been over there.
we're gonna go in on you. What the fuck?
Like, I haven't seen him over there. I don't know about, like a month ago even, or a couple of whatever, but far as what I've seen recently, when I went on his channel, he was standing on it. He wasn't advocating for any of the shit. I got to go back and look at my notes on who was, kind of caping and saying whatever, minimizing it, because I guess Garfield, right? Shaka, MAAT Forever did a live stream on his backup channel. I think it was today or yesterday, about Garfield and some of the statements that he made in the beginning or during the portions of this case. It's been almost 2 years now. So
am I wrong about by saying I want to wait until I see the paperwork? I told them nigga, go in on him. I don't give a fuck. Bust your gun, bang the fuck on this nigga. I'm not here to defend him. I'm here to defend me. That's what I said. So how the fuck can I be wrong about anything? Get the fuck out of here. Go ahead, finish up.
Thank you for your opinion, Queen. I'll probably just do that.
You have a lack of character, Garfield. And anybody that's rocking with you, they have a lack of character because you're not stopping the internet Perry Mason. Wait until the facts come out on 7/7/7, which is July 7, 2023. The man already said that this has nothing to do with violating a young woman. So these dudes over here trying to steer a narrative and get clicks and views. All of that aside, I'm just, I try to be long with it. Garfield, man, you need to apologize, man. You're talking about punching this man in the face and all that. You're lucky somebody don't jaw you in New York City for that. Because you know, Garfield, you're not built like that, brother. Cut it out, bro. I ain't trying to be long-winded.
Judah Naz, you're not built like that either.
Lots of respect, Saw that. I'm gonna drop down and listen from the chat, man. I just want to say that. Garfield, you're not a man, brother.
Yeah, Garfield don't know who the fuck he playing with. You will not get away with it to tell the story or to brag to any nigga that I did this to Sanetta. You will not be doing that. I'm not having that. Trust and believe that. Let me go to the brother King Cass.
I'm gonna drop down, Saw, from the
all right, King Cass. What's up, man? Peace. You know what's crazy? See, they do all of this shit, and then in another month or two, everybody go back to where they at. But damn, you done said the worst shit already. You done exposed yourself to the people and show the people who you are. They not looking at that, bro. They not looking at that shit. That's why I said I want to wait. I'm not going to expose myself and go out like that. So it shows me that you niggas ain't no real motherfucking scholars. Because if you was, you'll be getting, y'all always talk about, give me the evidence, show the proof. Now, motherfucker, y'all niggas don't need the proof no more.
Hey,
when
listen.
I say something, I'm not playing no fucking game, bro.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though, whatever transpired on that other platform, they need to stop right there. Like, y'all shouldn't let this incident with Polite tear y'all up, because y'all was just cool. Y'all was just good. And although somebody say something to you, it doesn't mean you got to respond in that fashion. Y'all are brothers. All y'all both doing is just talking shit to each other just to make up in about 2 weeks or 2 days or 3 days or 4 days. So it don't need to be public. So if y'all need to mediate, I'll definitely mediate. But you my brother, bro.
Shaking my head 369. I'm not here to drop the link. We're looking at an edit that I spent my time on, and that's what we're doing. If I drop the link, it will be after I'm done with this video, which has about an hour and 45 minutes left. But I don't know who you are, so stop demanding shit in my chat, please.
No, I just went ham when he said he gonna punch me in my face.
But all y'all niggas doing, y'all ain't gonna y'all gonna talk tomorrow, or y'all gonna talk 2 weeks or 2 days or something like that, and the internet doesn't need to see this type of back and forth like that. I think the focus should be on July 7th. I agree with Sai when he said he waiting until July 7th before he really goes in, because although I'm talking about it, I'm also waiting until July 7th, because that, like, we can only speak what we know for now, and all we know is the audio that was played in the court, that there's a plea agreement on the table. I heard Polite say he ain't taking no pleas, which is weird, because the court saying he taking the plea, he's saying he not, which is why when July 7th happens, that's when we know what happens for real, because of his relationship that exists with Polite, whether good or bad or whatever it is. No matter what Polite does, they're gonna try to find a way to put it on Sanetta, and if Sanetta don't come with pure venom, they're gonna make it seem like he's capping. I'm gonna judge Sanetta after July 7th. I don't care what Sanetta says. Right now, Sanetta has made the position that if he's guilty, he ain't fucking with him. If he's not,
why is Sanetta thinking Tazariak about him? Like,
not
what?
guilty, he fucking with him. That's his position, and that's fine. After July 7th, when we see what happens, then y'all
look at capping ass Reggie. I do not like the way he smokes that cigar either, and I bet you that house stank.
can make y'all opinion on Sanetta, because then he has to stand up and be a man on his principle.
Thank you. And that's what I said, Captain. I said on the 7th, when we see these fucking records and it says that he put his hands on that child, God damn it, he deserved to be put in front of a firing squad. I said that shit. And I'm standing on that. But I'm not going to do all of this crap shit.
Like, look how he firmly presses his lips on, you know what I'm saying, the cigar. Like, it.
until I see the paperwork. Like, what part them niggas don't hear, Judah Nas? When I get up there, the first thing I say, yo, if Polite did it, I gotta keep saying this shit. Like, what part y'all don't fucking get, man? Dr. Reggie, go ahead, brother. Yeah, I hear you now.
All right, a peace, brother Sanetta, and peace to the family.
Peace.
Yeah. So this really got a lot to do with brotherhood, brothership. And I know, Sanetta, that you are upset with what he said, but you said something very, very important.
And what he's doing.
And
because you think I don't see that slick shit that he's doing over there.
Yeah, but it's not Sanetta, because you're at the top, everybody doing it to you. That's your choice. You're at the top. You think anybody that's at the top, everybody's gonna pick at you. Keep your.
Look at this nigga caping, cause you at the top. Boy, Sanetta is not getting views like that. This nigga is not at the top. He's been around the longest. He bootlegged the longest.
Friends close and your enemies closer, right? Stop. Take a breath, right? Everybody's trying to do it to you. You already know this, and you know this. Everybody, your closest friends, right? And your enemies. I know.
Right, and the way he just smokes, just period. The way he looks, period, is annoying. Like, nigga, first of all, clear these glasses off. Like, I see the glare from the light, right? Which looks like some type of lamp without, you know, the little top part on it. But the glasses look smudged up. Reggie, what is going on with your beard right here? There's like this going on. It looks nappy. This whole box right here just looks dry. Then you got this nigga right here, child. He just looked dry, period. And he got the nerve to have a green screen. Nigga, you are like 72 years old and you got a motherfucking green screen. Like, what are you doing in your life? Then I also want to point out that most of the niggas that come up on this shit, they only come up so that they can watch themselves on TV or another device. Like, and you could literally see it.
I know it's upsetting, but you chose to be at the top, right? Everybody else, you listen to rap, so you dance to hip hop.
Yeah, I think he was talking about, when he said brothership, that he was talking about Garfield and Sanetta's beef or whatever.
You listen to R. Kelly, right? You do all of this stuff. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
I think so too.
You should be ashamed of yourselves getting in the way it is, right? Because you're part of the problem. Other Sanetta knows he's at the top. He's going to get it from time to time from everybody, right?
Nah, not only is he Sanetta's biggest nut licker, but he also licks the gooch, okay? Period. So he got that going on, okay? Period. Look at him right now, look like a little snapping turtle, child. Like, he just for the bite a nigga. Got the little crease down here and everything. Just dry. Like, get in the water, nigga.
But everybody else, y'all hypocrites. Y'all hypocrites. Y'all don't see the same energy. You don't give the same energy to those rappers, right? Who mess with little girls. Y'all dance to the music.
First of all, I called out Tekashi 6ix9ine when he got his sexual offense. I believe, you know, it's been like 3-4 years now, but I believe she was like 14 and he was definitely 18 or older. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, what is he talking about? I do not listen to R. Kelly. Mind you, like, if I get on YouTube and somebody's playing R. Kelly, if it sounds like R. Kelly, I'm finna get the fuck off of their live or stop watching that video because it bothers me. I advocate to do not. But yeah, I listen to some killers and some dillers, but guess what? None of them have raped a child.
Music, right? So why all this energy, right, about things that's going on in the public and you live in the hells of North America?
Who the fuck live in hell, child?
I don't get it. That means that we are hypocrites.
I don't get it. That means that we are hypocrites.
I don't get it. That means that we are hypocrites.
You the enemy, not your character. You haven't learned enough from the elders. You haven't learned enough from the elders. But no, you want to egg it on like you got something in it. And most of you are nobodies. Maybe somebody in your household.
Nigga, what? You are a nobody. You are a Sanetta dick licking ass, gooch licking ass, crunchy motherfucking shirt wearing ass, yellow stains under the armpit, musty wearing motherfucking shirt ass nigga. Bro, you are dusty, crusty, and musty. The fuck? Watch what he finna say though, y'all.
Maybe somebody in your family, but this stuff that we building right here, we speak it to the whole goddamn black world. And
y'all watch what you say.
You said what? You said what?
then if you're supposed to be conscious and speaking, then watch what you say.
Why is Reggie in this bitch trying to act gangster as hell? Cause Sanetta on his goon shit. So Sanetta turned into Filthy Frank, and Reggie turned into Reggie the Regulator, right? Because he just regulating on Sanetta's platform at this time. Coming up here mad as hell. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Oh, goofy ass nigga.
It is about the character of all of us.
I agree.
Hey, Reggie act like this shit don't happen every night, except for normally they talking about the Bible, but threats are, thrown all around during the stream. Motherfuckers call each other fucking names, all type of shit. It get real ratchet over there. Why is he over there acting like niggas is over there, you know what I'm saying? Doing something holier than thou over there every other day. And then this just happened, so niggas is acting ghetto as fuck. All of y'all over there looked as stupid as fuck unless you were calling it out, period, point blank.
I agree.
Hold on, Demetrius, let him finish, brother.
Oh, no, I thought it was on mute, my bad.
Yeah, see, my name is, and I contribute to the platform, and I contribute to our people, right? You can Google me, my name. I don't know who most of you is, but
oh, God, what does got to do with this?
Girl, he act like he is a motherfucking fashion model, bitch. He act like he is some type of scholar from another planet in this bitch. You could Google me. Boy, what the fuck?
You know, I know, you don't know me, but what that's got to do with what's going on right now?
Hey, Star, you gonna let him live?
I see you, Bush baby. Hey, my bad. I didn't mean to forget to say hi.
Demetrius, put yourself on mute, brother.
See, that's the undisciplinedness of our people, right? Son, you know you've been here, you're gonna get over this. This ain't no problem. You see what everybody's doing to you. You already know this. So you just gotta live with it until you decide to do something else. But
hey, son.
That's Wob Funk.
Hey, son, can I say something real quick, please?
All these people, I ain't never seen them present. I ain't never seen them with the elders. I ain't never seen them do nothing.
But hold on, Reggie, hold on. But when it comes from people,
I forgot to move this. I had hurried up and threw that in there, but I forgot to move it for this part. I forgot about it.
You promote it, you put up, and you see this type of backstabbing shit. That shit will get you mad. I'm only human, bro. This nigga up in there talking about I'm playing games. What the fuck you mean I'm playing games? You sending a message to your people like Sanetta's down with this polite shit because you saying I'm playing games. And that's the shit that really ticked me off. So I've been watching in the cut for a minute, and I'm looking in his chat, and I see these niggas talking about, yeah, Sanetta down with the pedophilia. He down, and Garfield letting these niggas say that. And I'm looking, and I'm getting calls from my people.
Hey, Jeanette.
That's saying, yo, what the fuck is Garfield doing? I thought he said he don't want to look at a debate, and he don't even want to interview polite. So what the fuck is he doing?
Hell yeah, Bush baby. I got this edit done, which is 2 hours flat. And then also another one that is about 1 hour and 45 minutes that we're going to watch either, I'm thinking Wednesday in reality, because, the 4th of July and things like that. I have some prior engagements, but, you never know about the nighttime or whatever. But I'm thinking realistically Wednesday, and then I have another video that I have to edit for Thursday, and then of course Friday we will have to find out what happens on Friday. So yeah, I'm out here working, baby.
I tell you what he's doing. He's low-key fucking hating on what the fuck I be doing, because he really wants my position. That's what these niggas really
exactly V Bennett
want, man. And I'm starting to see it again now. These niggas are fucking creeps. Fuck Garfield. Fuck that nigga. He's a bitch. And I'm saying that again. Fuck that nigga.
Your name is Son of the Divine. Stop.
I might take that shit back next month or another 2 weeks, but right now, fuck him. You should be in the middle. Don't be in the middle of us, because you don't know if one of us, we might, you know what I mean, come back together another month or two and we back together. But then you on the outside with people looking. Remember how shit happens. So that's all I'm saying.
No, but
I agree, Wob Funk.
Don't let them play you like you on trial with Polite, though. Why the fuck is they acting like you on trial with Polite? Like you was in the room, you assisted molestation. What the hell? I was over there listening, and I'm tripping.
Exactly, Divine Isis. Shout out to you as well. But that is a fact. Just because you're an elder doesn't make you wise, child.
But I don't know what they bugging off of. With you seeing in. You can't just be like, yeah, I'm just about to report some shit that ain't on paper. And the man already said he about to Tasha K nigga. So what is you gonna go ahead and report the shit early just because they want you for before the paperwork come out, and then he gonna be all in your motherfucking pocket, or can be? What's wrong with them, man? They acting like you assisted with molestation.
Now, I just really quick want to stop it and say that during no time of these 2 years or the situation with Renentech was Sanetta you know, by Brother Polite, was Sanetta threatened to be sued for what he said about Brother Polite? Because in reality, all Brother Polite has done and Sanetta have done in this situation of this case is threaten to sue those that are speaking out against pedophilia and standing on their neck.
Garfield faking anyway. He ain't gonna punch nobody. He ain't punched that nigga and violated his daughter. He called the police. Don't forget about that.
Garfield faking anyway. He ain't gonna punch nobody. He ain't punched that nigga and violated his daughter. He called the police. Don't forget about that.
Garfield faking anyway. He ain't gonna punch nobody. He ain't punched that nigga and violated his daughter. He called the police. Don't forget about that.
I got one question. Why you not telling the people what you said to him to make him say what he said?
Who?
You, Sanetta. Why you not telling
Say
the
what?
people?
Say what, brother? Tell me.
You told him to suck your dick.
Why did I say it?
No. He said you were playing games. That's right.
Yes, he trying to play him like he fucking did this shit. Tell him I said suck my dick, nigga.
That's right.
No. He was trying to protect you. Yesterday, he kicked people off that was talking about you. This is something.
No, let the brother finish and then I'm gonna come to you, brother Lot.
Number one, the paperwork is already out. It's been out for a year. Let's cut the crap like we don't know what happened.
All right, so bang the fuck on him. I'm not trying to stop y'all from doing that. Go in.
Listen, let me finish.
Facts.
Everybody acting like they don't know what happened. Like Polite is not a gangster and a con man. We know we got the paperwork. We got court filings. We got court paperwork. This is what Garfield was.
So what he copped out to? What is he taking a plea to, bro?
God, you try to play the game. This is why
No,
Garfield.
see, there you go. I'm asking you a question.
This is why Garfield said you're playing games.
Fuck that. Stop. You got the paperwork, so I'm gonna ask you one last time. What is he taking a plea on, brother? Exactly.
Am I unmuted?
Exactly.
Am I unmuted?
See, they doing word spells. Sanetta also just muted this man. Shout out to him, though, for coming up here and calling this shit out. There was very few of people that really had anything to offer, but what I loved is they tripped theirself over their words. You finna hear more as the panel grows, and that sometimes you may hear somebody say something, but they're actually below them. But I just got tired of like looking at a whole bunch of boxes and, you know, are just dusty ass niggas. Like, ugh.
Yes, you unmuted. What is he
a lot of the people that be over there, they dusty.
pleading on?
This is why Garfield said you playing.
See? No, brother, I'm not talking to Garfield. See, right now.
Like this nigga right here. He look dusty as hell. He look like some freaky ass man that's, you know, looking for a little girl.
Now you getting cut. I'm cutting your ass because you don't know what the fuck he pleading on. So if the paperwork is out, then tell me, what is he taking a plea on? Tell me. Tell us all.
This is game playing 101.
Okay, I thought so.
Jeremiah.
Let me get you the fuck up out of here, man. You don't know what you're talking about.
See, so if Sanetta don't agree with what you're saying or you're not agreeing with what he's saying, then he attacking you or kicking you off the panel, muting you and shit. Sanetta, you're a weak ass bitch.
You don't know what the fuck you talking about. Y'all niggas is playing games, man. Y'all the one playing games. You think I'm gonna jump on your bandwagon? Show me some fucking paperwork. And when it says what it says, then you're
Right, Wob Funk.
gonna see fucking Sanetta put the hammer down. And I'm not gonna do that until I see the goddamn paperwork.
So let me ask you a question.
All right, go ahead. Let's start the questioning.
Are you familiar that 6 semen stains were found on the scarf on the shirt?
I don't know what was found on the shirt.
All
What
right.
I would say is I'm gonna wait till the 7th till everything drop out, because I'm not gonna jump out the window too early. These YouTube lawyers don't know shit, and that's not in no defense of Polite. I'm telling
you saying that, but you had Reggie up there just talking like he was some power attorney in this bitch. And everything that he said, I already motherfucking debunked. I spoke facts on. Go look it up.
you, these niggas don't know shit. I got totally different stories that I'm looking at, and I say I'm gonna wait until the 7th. And if I see Polite copping out to anything dealing with this child, that's when I will blast his motherfucking ass. But until then, I'm not gonna come out and jump out the window like everybody else is, bro. I'm gonna wait until the 7th.
What is there to go around? He's basically admitting to something and taking a plea deal. So if he's taking a plea deal, what is there to wait for on the 7th?
All right.
I put Polite here so that he could see where he was set for a plea. He is set for plea on the 7th of this year at 9 a.m. Since Polite was acting like, oh, I'm not set to take a plea. I haven't taken a plea. Blah, blah, blah. But they're just trying to do wordplay because he gonna plead to one of them, at least one of them charges, if not 3. I would really say, between 2 and 3 charges is probably in that plea deal. He's going to have to plead guilty to at least 2 of them L&Ls in this plea. We gonna get in. I already put some commentary towards the end, so that in the last hour, I really don't have to stop it much.
Right, to answer your question, if this was my child, it wouldn't have never went down from the beginning. I would have shot from day one if this was my child, but we ain't playing ifs. It's not.
But again, if it was your child, but when it was your wife's niece or your son's cousin related to Renentech, you did nothing but come on YouTube and expose Polite for it and then try to take it back afterwards.
Not my child. It's not my child. Let's keep it real and let's keep it on what's going on right now. You see what I'm saying?
So remember that Sanetta said it's not his child. And that statement that he just made, remember that. Because Herman Smalls is going to come up here later on in the video and say that that child is all of our children. And I said, no, only the, metaphorically speaking, only the child of those that advocated for her since day one or very early on in the case.
I'm gonna come out and jump out the window like everybody else is, bro. I'm gonna wait until the 7th.
What is the
So I rewound it a little bit, but
to go around? He's basically admitting to something and taking a plea deal. So if he's taking a plea deal, what is there to wait for on the 7th?
All right.
Facts, Jeanette.
To answer your question, if this was my child, it wouldn't have never went down from the beginning. I would have shot from day one if this was my child, but we ain't playing ifs. It's not my child. It's not my child. Let's keep it real and let's keep it on what's going on right now. You see what I'm saying? If let's say this is you, Garfield, you would want a fair deal. See, so we can all play that game. If this was you and you was in that situation, you would be like, yo, man, I hope everybody can just wait until we get a fair fucking deal. You wouldn't? You would want people to stone you before you was found innocent?
Yes. Bro, semen on the shirt. Semen on the shirt. There's nothing to be innocent about. Sanetta, why are we playing this game and going
semen on the shirt? Garfield, let me tell you how stupid. Not you. Hold up. Let me respond to you. Y'all supposed to be the motherfucking mad scientists, the scholars, the teachers, but y'all don't understand what Sanetta saying. I'm gonna wait until I see his record.
Stop. Sanetta, you playing a game. And I'm tell you what you're doing.
Garfield, suck a dick, nigga. You playing the game. You're a bitch, nigga.
Hold on, relax.
Fuck you, Garfield.
Fuck me for what?
Oh, man.
Fuck you, nigga. Because you said I'm playing the fucking game. And I'm not playing no fucking game. You's a bitch ass nigga for saying that.
No, I'm not.
Fuck you, nigga. Suck a dick, nigga. Fuck you. Don't tell me I'm playing no fucking game.
Hold on. Yo. Sanetta,
I'm telling you real shit, nigga. What the fuck you mean I'm playing the game?
I will drive to Harlem and punch you in your face. Go fucking talking.
Man, suck a dick.
All right. Don't worry about it.
Nigga, you know where the fuck.
Hold on, yo. Hold on.
You know where I live, bitch.
Yo.
You want to suck on Polite? You want to suck on Polite dick in front of these?
Sanetta is literally trying to negotiate rape.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You looking stupid out here.
Yo.
I'm telling you that as a man, you looking stupid out here. Go make a video about me now.
Forget about Polite and all of that.
And that's exactly what Sanetta did. And that's the video that we've mainly been watching besides that edit so far.
At the end of the day, and I'm saying this honestly and truthfully from my heart, push Polite to the side of this whole equation that transpired between Polite or whatever's going on with Polite. At the end of the day, you and that brother Garfield had a relationship, and I'm gonna leave it at that, man.
Thanks, brother La. I got you. I'm telling you niggas, the reason why I'm not coming out is because I call this nigga to find out. And I'm gonna say it again. I've been calling this nigga every other week. I could put up text messages and show you how I talk to him. What's up with the motherfucking charges, bro? Is this gonna happen? I said, yo, you know you can't take no plea. If you take a plea out of raping this motherfucking girl, you done. I've said that to him.
What's up with the motherfucking charges, bro? Is this gonna happen? I said, yo, you know you can't take no plea. If you take a plea out of raping this motherfucking girl, you done. I've said that to him.
What's up with the motherfucking charges, bro? Is this gonna happen? I said, yo, you know you can't take no plea. If you take a plea out of raping this motherfucking girl, you done. I've said that to him.
And he said to me, I will never take a plea on no sex molestation. None of that. That got to do anything with sex with this little girl.
And he said to me, I will never take a plea on no sex molestation. None of that. That got to do anything with sex with this little girl.
And he said to me, I will never take a plea on no sex molestation. None of that. That got to do anything with sex with this little girl.
A lot of people think he lying to me. We'll find out when the record come out. Let's set it up. And to keep it a buck, I'm gonna tell you, deep down inside of my head, I be thinking that some of the shit is lies. But I'm telling you, I've been on a.
It's 111 in the room. Shout out to you guys. But please hit that like button.
Listen, I've been on the phone call when he was talking to his goddamn lawyer. And I'm listening. The lawyer don't know I'm on the phone. So I'm hearing the shit that's going down with the lawyer. So that's why I said I know shit that y'all don't know. That's what I'm talking about.
Because we forget this ain't just a local conversation. The world is watching how we deal with this, especially going back to the original reason we're here to speak. Related to Brother Polite, our women are looking at how we deal with this because there are some egregious charges that have been brought forward. So let's not lose sight. But with that in mind, a man is innocent until proven guilty. So that's where we are. But let's not lose sight of what we're dealing with here, man. Because our women are trafficked in numbers that are unconscionable. Dr. Liala Africa was one of the first men.
But when it comes to a child, especially a man that has already, had an inappropriate relationship and abused another child, should be guilty until proven innocent, period, when it comes to a child.
That's the teachers that told me. So Brother Smalls, 4 out of
woman, even if it's a predator, that's a woman.
5 of our women have been some way sexually molested, touched, or had some violation of them in many instances before puberty. So this stuff runs deep through us in the Black community. So, and this is family stuff. Who wants to talk about this publicly? But since it is public, let's not lose sight of what's really important here. I mean, what do you think? What does your heart tell you? I know, Sanetta, I know you.
What I see, Herman, is that this shit is starting to be the way it was when it first came out. And I'll be damned if I'm going to sit down and be quiet and let these raggedy motherfuckers bang on me and try to affiliate me and associate me with this polite shit. Because when this shit first went down, everybody in their
Are you calling polite raggedy though? You're not calling him raggedy. You're calling those that are fighting against niggas like polite raggedy, right?
Mama was coming at me like I was holding the girl down while polite was doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I stepped back and I didn't say nothing. And I didn't see Garfield come to my aid. I didn't see I didn't see no motherfucking body come to me.
But you were there when that search warrant was executed, or the warrant for his DNA was executed. You were there for that. Say you weren't. You knew about it. You came back after just being with Polite and knowing that he was just, booked and all that on these charges. And you came up here and you were talking about his music and how y'all went to the club, right? But remember, this ain't your man's. You only videotape him and shit like that for the YouTube shit, right? Remember, you said that.
Until after a little couple of months later, then I see people coming back home.
That's next live.
And I see Garfield wiggling his ass like a motherfucker. See? I see that nigga ass wiggling like he dancing to Jamaican music right now. That's the way I see him. And I'm looking at this shit, and I'm seeing all these people in there going at me, banging at me, calling me pedophiles, and he's allowing it. Then he gets up and start asking me questions. I say, yo, brother, I'm not with that. If the nigga did it, he need to be put in front of a firing squad and put under the jail next to Dr. Yo. Once I say that and make that statement, you know I'm not down with this nigga. Then I said, brother, you got to allow me to wait until the paperwork come out. I'm going to be responsible on this.
Now, I don't care if Herman is gay or not, but look how he trying to flex his muscles or whatever. Like, nigga, you are like a 60-year-old man. Just chill, bro. Like you may got muscles or whatever, but like just the hand movement, it's the hand movements for me. Like, and the movements of the body, like we get it, bruh. We get it. We get it. The fuck?
I'm gonna have discipline and patience only on the 7th. What if this was your son, nigga? How about if I say that? We ain't playing no what if games. This is some real life shit right here.
You have firsthand information. And so Sanetta, you got to be mindful of how much you share publicly as well. You've already said you've been a public conversation between Brother Polite and his attorney. I mean, that's very sensitive information.
Right. That's why I said I gotta wait. I can't jump on your side and do that because I know some shit that y'all don't know. That right there should make the light bulb go off in their fucking head. I'm telling you.
I think he's riding with him to the end because, like, he knows that Polite's guilty, but Sanetta got a lot invested in Polite. That would mean that people would be pressing him to remove any video on his channel that promotes Polite, and cut him off. But Sanetta, thinks that Polite is his golden ticket. That's his cash cow.
I know shit that y'all don't know, bro. But I can't talk on the issue right now because until the case gets sealed, which is on the 7th. That's the only way we're gonna get all the information coming out. That's why I was trying to tell him, but do what y'all want to do now. I don't care.
It was already we were gonna get the information through the courts, but you're sitting up here acting like you got some secret ass information. No, you have what Polite told you. Okay, in here he's gonna talk about. He's gonna ask one of them like, "Have you seen the rape kit? Have you seen the rape kit? Have you seen it? Do you know what's in it?" Like, okay, just because Polite probably screenshotted some shit that maybe made him look good. If he never penetrated that child and they looked in the vaginal area for sperm or anything like that, or any type of sign of force or anything, then they would have come up with nothing if he only, forcefully made, put his penis in her mouth and did all that, whatever made her mouth swole. It could have been also him putting his finger down her throat to make her throw up because there is some mention of that in the report. But initially, when I heard that her mouth was swollen, I was like, child. And then where the semen stains were allegedly located. So I'm just wondering, allegedly was on a shirt and a scarf that was on her head. Remember, it was 6 semen stains.
Yeah, I want to touch in on what's going on. This is a very disgusting thing that I'm saying on YouTube. These clout chasers, you know what I'm saying? Because this is all it is. Everybody's chasing for clout. And they say, oh, I'm not chasing for clout. I'm not a clout chaser. Prove.
Now, really quick, I don't have a problem with white folk or whatever. But I just find it really strange that, Sanetta now lets like token Caucasian people come up there when he was in the streets of New York advocating that they should bow down and like several just really disrespectful things. But now this dude, whoever the fuck he is, first time ever seeing him or whatever, but I really, during this 2 years or whatever, if there was nothing about Polite in it or nothing really got brought to my attention, I wasn't really watching Sanetta. It was only when shit ramped up with the Brother Polite shit, or I did a video or somebody else did a video or new information came out and Sanetta spoke on it, that we looked at that type of thing. Or when it was called out that like maybe somebody was on his platform or whatever. But bruh, he got this dude up here that's gonna like try to like shit on us or whatever. Like, it's just very strange. But Sanetta ain't really trying to hear that though.
Me, you're not a clout chaser. I'll prove you a fucking clout chaser right now. Sanetta came on here yesterday. I saw your show, Sanetta. I popped in late, but I heard you yesterday, crying out to the people. I heard you letting the people know your side of your plea of bargain. You told the people specifically, I got nothing to do with Brother Polite. His antics, just because I put a brother on and a brother go and shoot somebody in the head, catch a 25 to life bid.
Hold on though. It's not just one nigga that he put on that has some either accusations or charges or has been found guilty of child molestation or, charge like that.
I don't mean that I was a part of that. You know what I mean? That's what the police do. The police call something like that acting in concert. You know what I mean? You know somebody, they did a crime, but then they want, just because you knew them, they want to try to tie you into it. But meanwhile, you had nothing to do with that crime. The acting in concert part only coexists if you knew what was premeditated. Like,
okay, now he may not have known that Polite would abuse another child. However, 9 times out of 10, when an abuser abuses one child, they go on to abuse more. So when Sanetta knew about Renentech, and like I said, Sanetta can sway it any way that he wants and tries to act like he was just saying things because he was mad at Polite. Oddly enough, everything that he says lines up with the actual facts. Now looking back, again, that shit was kicking off in like 2016 or some shit. So it's been a minute. You know, hindsight is 2020. But there was people talking about this Renentech shit even back then and throughout the years. The clip where Sanetta is exposing Polite is one of the most famous clips when it comes to Brother Polite and Sanetta on some real shit, because you hear that wasn't just anger. He knew, and he was speaking out about what he knew about Polite. It was just when he was getting money with Polite, he would grin and bear it. Remember that Sanetta lives in an apartment, which recently at some point there was no ceiling in the bathroom and mold growing everywhere. So he's grimy, dirty, like the rat on the thumbnail, and he'll do anything to get money. Some niggas have no morals. Instead of finding an actual legit way to get money or a positive way to get money, he will do whatever. These niggas are signing blood contracts.
if you knew that Polite was like, yeah, I'm gonna hang out with this young girl tonight.
And a lot of them have dirt on each other. And that's why when they beef and Sanetta goes in on them and all this and that, and they go back at Sanetta, then they come to the table behind the scenes and they agree to still fuck with each other because they both dirty.
I saw, and when she's only 13 and I'm over age, and you know what, I might slip her a Mickey or something, you know what I mean, a little Quaalude or something like that, Quaalude, a little roofie, and then you know what, we might hit the telly tonight. Now, if you knew about all that stuff, that premeditated situation right there, that's called acting in concert. That's a different story. And in this type of situation, Sanetta didn't know what was going on. Sanetta didn't know that Brother Polite was taking this girl out. He was gonna have this date with her. He was going to hit, he was gonna get a drunk, slip her to the telly, or whatever he did. So people trying to hang you for that is very disgusting. I see it like the movie Silence of the Lambs, and it was like what you said yesterday. You said I'm a documenter. I make documentaries. You know what I mean? I'm out here filming people. I'm doing biographies and stuff like that. This is your job. You know what I'm saying? You do interviews. You're a vlogger. You're a blogger. You're a podcaster. You know what I mean? This whole House of Consciousness started because you wanted to do that. You wanted to take debates and stuff like that and build a platform off of it. You wanted to build a platform where it succeeds and go.
Girl, this nigga is going the fuck in. Like, even before I edited it, right? Because, I take out all the silence and shit like that. Child, the nigga was just going on and on and on. And I even clipped some of it out, I swear, because I just got tired of hearing about, like, shut the fuck up. A couple of people did that.
Goes huge on YouTube, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, take a minute. Let me get other people in, brother. Thank you. Yeah.
Look, he did all that dick sucking, and Sanetta still, publicly is acting like he don't give a fuck. But behind the scenes, it seemed like Sanetta know this nigga or something, like he very comfortable to hit the shit and all that. So he had to have been on the platform before.
Yeah, I agree with this right here. Polite got y'all emotional. I seen it coming, Brother Smalls. I said, yo, let's not, and I said it the other day. I said, let's not let this separate us in our community. Don't do it. We seen this shit went down already, and these niggas are failing. I went in to just defend myself, and it turned out bad. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, Sanetta, I just want to say something else real quick. I just want to land on something real.
No, he told you were playing games, and you replied to Brother Garfield like, suck my dick. Now, I'm not caping for Garfield, but like, it didn't go bad because that motherfuckers is gonna have shit to say. Because you've allowed this shit. Again, if Renentech, that situation ever happened, maybe the public's response would be a little less light. I would still be on his head, but, that would be off the table. but it happened. You exposed it. Like, stop acting like you have no understanding of what the fuck is going on.
Real quick, is what you're saying, you know, because what I saw from everything from what you stated yesterday, you told everybody the 7th, give me the 7th. So if people are your boys, right, and they not cloud chasing, they would have gave you the 7th. But right now, if you go on live on YouTube,
he ain't no journalist. Sanetta want to put that shit, sell that shit to VH1. He want to put that shit on his Patreon, anything to get money off of it. Remember the video that I did on one of the live streams that I did last week. So it's on this channel. But also, if you go to Queenstone TV, you can see any of the edits that I make without mainly the commentary, unless it's in the physical video. So it's not the live version, but it's that version, just the edit version. And, you know, see for yourself or whatever. But like, come on, bro.
YouTube, Garfield's doing the show on this. Q Bud is doing the show on this. You know, Rose Sanchez did a show on this yesterday. You know what I mean? As soon as you told everybody to give you the 7th, you know, if they wasn't cloud chasing looking for views, as soon as you said that, they would have waited to the 7th and see what Sanetta had to say. But no, they specifically went right after you said that, an hour later, less than 24 hours later, and they right now, live right now, doing YouTube lives right now, talking about this. And they...
Why is he trying to snitch on niggas and shit? Don't nobody give a fuck. That's why it's live. Niggas' names was in the title. Oh, well. This nigga supposed to be the godfather of the conscious community. Y'all niggas are scared to say something because you hope and you wish that Sanetta will elevate you to where he is elevated Polite. Polite didn't make it there on his own. I'll give Sanetta that. But with that comes a heavy load, Sanetta.
Condemning you. They putting you down. You know what? They saying, yes, Sanetta's my man, but you know, I ain't got nothing to do with him, and Polite, you know, and blah, blah, blah. But they throwing you under the bus with Polite.
Oh, wait. Chris Hansen is at the end of this video, child. He finna pop in because Apostle makes some statements that are oh so pedophilic.
Yeah, that's what they did the first time.
About his grandparents and his father.
Separating you like they're not separating you like Sanetta.
All them niggas came right back over here and they've been on my channel after shit died down. So why go through that, man?
It's disgusting.
Go through that, man.
It's disgusting.
They gotta tear you down. It's gonna be your own people.
Your own people.
With that nigga. I'm not even gonna say all that. You know, I wasn't.
You talking about your own people, bro? Are you one of us? Or are you just a dude that's trying to get some clout over there? Like, again, I don't hate white people. I don't have a problem with white people at all. But let's rewind it. Just like it was just a little bit too much. Like,
and see what Sanetta had to say. But no, they specifically went right after you said that, an hour later, less than 24 hours later, and they right now, live right now, doing YouTube lives right now, talking about this. And they condemning you. They putting you down. You know what? They saying, yes, Sanetta's my man, but you know, I ain't got nothing to do with him, and Polite, you know, and blah, blah, blah. But they throwing you under the bus with Polite.
Yeah, that's what they did the first time.
They're not separating you like they're not separating you like Sanetta.
All them niggas came right back over here and they've been on my channel after shit died down. So why go through that, man?
It's disgusting.
Go through that, man.
It's disgusting.
They gotta tear you down. It's gonna be your own people.
Your own people.
With that nigga, I'm not even gonna say all that. You know, I wasn't with Polite. Y'all know I wasn't with him. I'm not holding the girl down. When I went to Miami, me and my wife went there as a vacation. As a damn vacation, people automatically, and I ain't seen Polite. I seen Polite 2 times when I put.
We're gonna deal with this matter right here in the next live stream. You know, him going to see Polite, that whole situation. Also, Zion Lex, the statements that Zion Lex had made. Okay, we going through it.
Pulled in, and when I was leaving. You think I spent my vacation hanging out with Polite? No. I seen him the day I arrived, and then I seen him the day I was leaving, and that was it.
And I ain't seen Polite. I seen Polite 2 times when I pulled in and when I was leaving. You think I spent my vacation hanging out with Polite? No. I seen him the day I arrived, and then I seen him the day I was leaving, and that was it.
Again, we gonna find out more about that. But Sanetta, you capping. What's good? Yeah, they love debating, but they never get, you know, it never does anything. It's a fucking waste of time.
And I ain't seen Polite. I seen Polite 2 times when I pulled in and when I was leaving. You think I spent my vacation hanging out with Polite? No.
It was more than about that same time. That's when Sanetta was down there with Nepal, right? I'm gonna give you just a little bit. So Sanetta and Nepal was down there. Zion Lex was doing some type of lecture. Brother Polite was also down there. When he got down there, Brother Polite gave him some bands, allegedly, and gave him a car to drive around for 7 days. He talked about how him and Polite were at the club. When he walked in, he was late. He had his camera equipment and everything, which is something that we're going to talk about deeper. But he was allegedly supposed to film Polite's new song coming out. When he came in, the song was already playing and all that. But he said, like, oh, they were turned up off a Polite song. During that time, somewhere during that 7 days is when Polite got the DNA warrant put out on him. Okay. And Sanetta knew about the DNA warrant and that Polite had been booked in and then released because there was an issue with the bail. They had fucked up and gave him $1,000 bail. They never went back and corrected it. I don't know why. That shit pissed me off. But anyway, Sanetta comes back. The first day back, he does a live stream and he's talking about the events that happened. And definitely it's not just like they just film and then it's over or whatever. These niggas was kicking it at a club. And wasn't Polite trying to bring a child to the club. Now, I'm not saying that that was that time or that, there was a child at the club at the time. But also remember, Zion Lex, about at least a year and a half ago, had made a statement to Sanetta about altercation that happened between him and Nepal. There was some footage that was shot where Nepal was talking to Brother Polite, the mother of the victim in this case, the court case right now, as well as another lady and not Zion. Yeah, Zion Lex. If I said the other Lex, I meant Zion Lex. So there was an altercation that happened where Nepal had stated she was going to call 911. Zion Lex had said that he had recorded it. He said that he was coming back Monday morning to talk about it. And he never came back to talk about it. So that's going to be in the next edit. Oh, we standing on niggas' necks over here. Because I want to wonder why, even I believe Zion Lex, I can go back and look. But if my recollection, is right on, Zion Lex was not that long ago, within months or even 6 months, on Sanetta's platform. So what made that situation just go away? What dirt does Sanetta have on Zion Lex and also vice versa to where he would have, acted like that live stream never happened? I did a video on it when it happened the day after, as well as I got the original footage. Play with it.
I seen him the day I arrived, and then I seen him the day I was leaving, and that was it.
His hotel
Facts. He never showed the video, Jeremiah.
was way far away from my hotel. Check. So come on, man.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Facts,
Right there.
Victor.
Peace to the youth, King Sanetta, and peace to the chat and the panel. I just want to say one thing is everybody kind of taking this and going sideways because to me, this was about how people.
No, Sanetta didn't interview the mother, but Nepal was talking to, and actually the conversation was like about rape or some shit like that. Y'all, I've looked at a lot of, pieces of footage or whatever, a lot of clips lately. But Nepal, like her hair was all curly and stuff. And then, so she was sitting on one side, Zion Lex and the girl that was with him that grabbed the mic was on across from Nepal and sitting like, in the middle, in the corner or whatever was Polite and the victim of the mother in this case. So we're going to be looking at that. That's the next live. It's already done. I just got to put it all together and put some music on it.
Who are abusing you. At the end of the day, in every situation, people tend to take their reactions out and blame you. Bottom line, they take their anger out on you. No matter
Look at this mammy caping, bro.
how the outcome comes, and they get mad at you about it. You can know somebody, and then that person turn around and go to work and shoot somebody just because you know them. Can we call you the murderer?
Listen, her voice is shaky as hell, right? Maybe nerves. But listen to what she's finna say next.
Just because you knew, no, we cannot. But just because you knew that person don't mean that you knew he was gonna murder somebody. Just because you knew that they were a wife beater. Just because
if you know that they're a wife beater or a child molester and you still fuck with them, because again, lady, whoever you are, remember Renentech, okay? That's not off the table entirely. We can still talk about it, period.
Because you knew that they do things. You didn't know that that person was capable of doing things like that, but they can't.
She just said that you knew that they were a wife beater or whatever. Well, let's just change the words. You knew that if you knew they were a child molester and then you find out later that they molested a child, since you knew that they were a child molester, you're a fucking enabler. Like, stop with the fucking bullshit.
Anybody's capable of doing anything. But now that just because you knew that person made you say that you knew that person to do that kind of stuff, no, that doesn't. But y'all hold him accountable to everything. Everything. At the end of the day, Sanetta can't breathe right because he didn't breathe somebody else's air. Oh, because Sanetta knew this person, that makes Sanetta affiliated. How is this possible?
How is it possible, ma'am? He brought Brother Polite into the HOK, which I've now named the House of Enablers, and Pedomon, which is a pedophile or somebody that is attracted to children, whether it's a hebephile or an ephebophile or a pedophile. A MAAT, which is a minor attracted person, or a no MAAT, which is a non-offending minor attracted person. Oh yeah, because they're trying to push for what Apostle is going to talk about in his family, his grandfather marrying his grandmother. He was 56. His grandmother, I want y'all to see my face. So Apostle's going to come on here towards the end of this video, and he's going to talk about how his grandfather married his grandmother at 56, but she was 12. He's also going to state before that his father was 25 and his mom was 16. Now, that's inappropriate, but not as bad as 56 on a 12-year-old. He's going to make some statements about when she passed away, how old she was, which is important. And also, he's going to make some statements about how many children she had. So you can imagine back in them times when you marry a woman or whatever, right? They probably didn't use contraception, right? I'm going to give it away. She had 16 children. So with that understanding, she probably had her first child within the first year or two of the marriage. This probably damaged her womb. Okay. So this live stream, this portion that we're looking at, there's only about 20 more minutes that I will literally have to give my commentary, because towards the end, when I was editing this, I edited it in parts. So I just split the video basically in half, and then I edited one half because it was almost 5 hours, and then I edited the other half. By the time I got to the second half, I was, turning my mic on and giving some commentary. So during the last hour, I really don't have to give commentary, but I just wanted to let you guys know the severity of what is coming and what we're going to talk about. We're also going to talk about, it's going to come up in conversation. We're not going to go deep into it or nothing, but how Elijah Muhammad had a 9-year-old wife, and they're going to bring up how God impregnated Mary and she was 14. So just, understand. And then Sanetta is going to shout out Amanette, which is Polite's first wife, and also Renentech, which is Polite's, I would say, about third victim that we know of. Okay. She's the first little girl that there was no court case, but she went to California to be with him. And Sanetta had stated that the mother did not know the child's whereabouts, but he did, and that the child was related to, or through marriage related to, because he changed it during this 2 years. He's changed it about 3 times, but that she's related to his wife. Okay. So we already have one instance. So when we talk about Renentech, and we will be talking about Renentech more, I possibly have an interview that will take place after the the sentencing or whatever, with if he takes the plea or if we go to trial, after this case is figured out and the final stamp is on it, the next day or maybe even that night, child, I have an interview that I possibly have lined up with somebody that the community is familiar with but has more information on Renentech. We will also be talking about the Renentech situation more next live stream. So if you're not familiar with that, but there's another victim in the case that Polite is in now, for those that don't know. So let's get back to this edit that I had prepared for the royal family.
That makes no sense. But then let this man start hollering and cussing and carrying on. Then we say he wrong about that too. Well, which one is it?
The time when I called Polite Baby York, we were banging. And I remember the relationship he had with this other woman who used to be his wife.
Wow, Drew Ali too.
Forgot her name. She broke off with him. And she was coming up with allegations saying what he did.
Now, right now, Sanetta is talking about the Renentech situation. Listen.
He did this and he did that. And he's messing with my daughter. And so I heard it, but I don't know if it's true or not. And so what happened was, the minute me and him got into a heated discussion, that's when I brought that shit out. And I said, all right, Baby York, but I don't know if it had any truth to it. I'm going to be honest with it. I said it because I was hurt. I was mad at him and he was going at me. But
the girl on the leash in that video is the victim's mother. That's how much Polite has manipulated at that point the victim's mother. So, whether she okayed the daughter to leave, to go, whatever, we got to understand that there is forms of manipulation that these predators use. It's not just, some half-cocked ass shit. These motherfucking predators are calculated.
Did I say it? Yes, I said it. Why did you say it, sir? See, that's the question. Because I heard one of his baby mothers attacked him, who is no longer with him. And he was supposed to be going to court or going to the precinct or something like that, right? But guess what happened? The one who said all of that said no, he didn't do any of that. So I was out there looking like a goddamn fool with a chicken with my head cut off, looking dumb as hell. Because the baby mother recanted all of that when the police came and everything and said no.
Okay, now if that did happen in that situation, Sanetta, that is that situation. It's not every situation. Every case is different. Even if it's the same abuser in two cases, they would still have some situations or whatever points in the case that are not identical to the other case, which could be the same person that did it. But how can he sit up here and say that if that case is what happened, we don't know what manipulation Polite had put that mother through? I hope you guys can hear me because it's fucking up. Okay. So we don't know what manipulation that he put that mother through, right? But these are things that we are going to talk about. And Sanetta is sitting up here acting like, oh, what are we going to do after this? Sanetta, you think this is done? Bitch, we ain't even started yet, ho. We have not started yet. I'm on your motherfucking ass. Period. And I'm supporting anybody that's on your ass at this time. Shout out to V Bennett. He been over there dropping clips and shit. I'm gonna give you a wrench, brother, because I want you to drop your channel link as well. Shout out to V Bennett.
No, he ain't do this. No.
Sister Nandy, you could drop your link too, boo.
He ain't do that. And that's why I always say I'm not jumping out the window no goddamn more, because it taught me a valuable lesson. Did you say that, sir? Yes, I said it. I stand on me saying that. But you know what? I'm glad you asked that question, because now I can tell you why I said it. We went at it. We was banging. People know. He was saying, yeah, I brought that car for you. I was like, no, motherfucker, we went to war. So I called the nigga Baby York. And I knew that shit would hurt him, because he comes.
Essentially, he did buy that car from you because his scams landed you the money to get that car.
From the camp of Dr. York. That's why I said what I said. Now, is it true? I don't know. It could be. I don't know. But I know the wife recanted all of that when the police came. She didn't make no charge. She fell back. No.
Notice Sanetta said the wife recanted it. So now it's not an ex or, anything like that. It's a wife now, which tells me that Polite got his claws back into her. He got her back under control. quote unquote. Okay. He probably told her, no, my career. He may have given her some money, may have given her some dick. I mean, we don't even know what mind frame this woman really, we can look into all of that.
None of that happened. So what the fuck I supposed to do after? What the hell I supposed to do after that? Nah, fuck that. We fighting. I'm going out there. Yeah, this nigga. No, I can't do that. I'll be looking stupid.
And see, the reason why I ride with the mother in this case versus the one that Sanetta was talking about, it's not like fuck that mother or nothing like that. But we gonna look into it since people want to be silent. This is your child that was abused and groomed by this man and is now doing 1-800 girls call me for some grown and sexy conversation type of shit. Okay, period. She done been an escort, all of that shit, allegedly. But there is information that I have looked at that has me like, going forward. Okay, I recently, besides editing, I've been sitting on the phone with a couple of people that got some information firsthand and remember and were there and all that. And guess what? Yeah, they sent me some shit. Okay. One of them being, let me remove this. I'm sorry for snapping in y'all motherfucking ear. I'm irritated, y'all, period. Like, I'm fucking tired of talking about these niggas. So if you see this image right here, right? You see Floyd Mayweather, you see Polite, and then you also see a girl right there, right? That Polite actually has his arms around, right? That's Renentech. That's the girl that Sanetta is speaking about in this portion of the video. This is the girl that I've been talking about. This is not the victim in this case. But if he took her to meet Floyd Mayweather, what part does Floyd Mayweather have to do with this? Why is Floyd Mayweather allowing Polite to drive his cars, live in his houses, and give him money and promoting him? Does he support pedophilia? See, this shit is going to get real fucking deep. Like I said, this is just the beginning. And not no clout chasing shit or nothing. But since day one, I said that there's a pedophile ring going on in the HOK. And I meant that shit. And even some people that were on my team were like, Queen, you tripping. It's not that. It ain't that. We don't want to jump out the window. At least we got Polite. You know what I'm saying? But let's document going forward who else. So we've been paying attention. I ain't covered everybody, but everybody will have their time and date. Like, it's going to go down. If you got some shit like this, or you fucking with shit like this nigga, or whatever, I'm on your ass. You better be walking a straight and narrow path, bitch. This nigga is introducing her to Floyd Mayweather. What else celebrities? We already know that the industry, Hollywood, these celebrity niggas and bitches, guess what? They involved in all type of sex trafficking, money laundering, fucked up shit. Okay, period. And mainly the sex trafficking of minors, pedophilia. There's children that are groomed and bred every day. There's breeders, which is normally a chick in the situation that enables the male. She'll bring the male a new victim. She goes out there and scouts and looks for them. That's her job. You know how some of the people in the chat, myself, you wake up, you got a career, you got a job, you got something going. That's their job. So I really want to see, okay? And also, I got a picture of Renentech, Polite, Amunet, and a whole bunch of other people, child, and Meta World Peace's daughter is in the fucking picture with Renentech. So did Meta World Peace let his daughter fuck with Brother Polite? What is really going on here? To where this man's been called out for years for the possible alleged abuse of Renentech. The mother had dropped out of it. She didn't file charges. The mother in this case filed charges, though. She did not wait. She did not play around. When that nigga said, what about my career? She turned around and took her daughter to the fucking hospital right away. That's why I have more love in this situation for the mother in it. That's why I'm not allowing nobody to disrespect her. I'm not saying that somebody can disrespect Renentech's mother. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but I'm interested in looking into it. Now let's get back to this edit, y'all.
Polite ever mess with young girls, to your knowledge? To my knowledge, I have never seen Polite mess with any young girls. I've always seen Polite mess with some fine ass sisters out there, some beautiful women. I've always seen him around.
Facts, Astro.
Beautiful women.
Yeah, but beautiful women normally have beautiful children, and if you're a predator, you would be looking for a woman like that.
When this shit popped up, I was like, God damn, what the fuck is going on? That's what happened. So that's what I'm telling you. I have never seen him mess with no little young girls out there. And you know, people gonna say, nah, that nigga saw probably covering because it's nah, brother. I'm telling you the truth. I've never seen.
I wouldn't believe anything Sanetta said, period. But yeah, there's 117 people in here now, 60 likes. Let's get these likes up. I prepared this video that we're looking at. Also, it will be up on Queen's Throne TV without, just the edited version or whatever. We're coming up on, a little bit short of the hour.
I've never seen that until
we got about an hour and 15 minutes left.
That's a fact. So yes, go ahead, Garfield.
Whatever's going on between me and Sanetta, y'all should know better, man. Don't get in between me and Sanetta. All right? Don't pick sides.
And why? Because you and Sanetta have dirt on each other, Garfield.
Because what happened is, you don't know the whole story. What happened is Sanetta got upset. I made a comment, and I think Sanetta took it out of context. I said something like, Sanetta, you what did I say? I said something like, you
stop playing.
Stop playing. You're playing games. I said you're playing games. Sanetta took that, and I said, hold on.
Oh, I already did that video. I have that in edits that are already up, live streams, as well as, like I said, on Queen's Throne TV. There's edits without commentary in it that have all of that in there.
Let me explain, Sanetta.
And I did that already, I've showed that video on my platforms about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
Got off mute and pretty much cussed me out. Told me to suck his dick and all this.
No, I didn't say suck mine. I said suck a dick. I didn't say suck mine. I said suck a dick, Garfield.
All right, so
that's what I said. I would never.
Stop. Sanetta, you playing a game, and I'm gonna tell you what you're doing.
Garfield, suck a dick, nigga. You playing a game. You a bitch, nigga.
Hold on, relax.
Fuck you, Garfield.
Fuck me for what?
Oh man.
Fuck you, nigga. Because you said I'm playing the fucking game, and I'm not playing no fucking game. You's a bitch ass nigga for saying that.
No, I'm not.
Fuck you, nigga. Suck a dick, nigga. Fuck you. Don't tell me I'm playing no fucking game.
Hold on. Yo, Sanetta, let me
I'm telling you real shit, nigga. The fuck you mean I'm playing the game?
I will drive down and punch you in your face. Don't fucking talk.
Man, suck a dick.
All right. Don't worry about it.
Nigga, you know where the fuck.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
You know where I live, bitch.
So what happened is, family, I thought he said something like whatever. So I said, listen, I'm gonna drive down to Harlem and punch you in your face for saying.
Whether he offered up his dick or somebody else's dick, Garfield, he told you to suck a dick, basically. So that's disrespect. How are y'all talking behind the scenes? This nigga on here talking shit, letting niggas come up there and talk shit. Like, that's some hoe ass shit, Garfield.
Saying that. Now, I thought he said something like whatever, right? So now, at the end of the day, Sanetta.
Your son is there, Garfield. Your son is right there while you saying that, brother.
He moved. It's all right. We good. See, if Sanetta never loved Garfield, he would have never said that.
No, because I love your son. That's my little man right there.
Exactly. My son come to your house.
At the end of the day, Sanetta. Your son is there, Garfield. Your son is right there while you saying that, brother. He moved. It's all right. We good. See, if Sanetta never loved Garfield, he would have never said that. No, because I love your son. That's my little man right there. Exactly. My son come to your house.
At the end of the day, Sanetta.
Your son is there, Garfield. Your son is right there while you saying that, brother.
He moved. It's all right. We good. See, if Sanetta never loved Garfield, he would have never said that.
No, because
and he thought that was love.
I love your son. That's my little man right there.
Exactly. My son come to your house.
My issue is that on the police report, right? It shows that Polite rented a hotel room away from where the hotel room where the mother of the child was, right? 15 minutes away. There's evidence to show this. This is in the police report. This is on record in the court records. He rented a hotel room to go there with a 14-year-old, right? When they found the 14-year-old, she was incoherent, my brother, and she had sperm stains all over her, 6 different sperm stains. Now, watch this. When Polite did the DNA warrant, the warrant for the DNA, this is the key now. He took the test, and it was positive of that the 6 sperm stains was Polite's. I am saying to you, that's when they arrested him. Once they arrested him, right? Now we're dealing with a court case, so we have to see what's going on. They could not, the reason why the court case was being put off, because Polite's lawyer could not depose the lady and the daughter.
He definitely drugged her.
The lawyer couldn't depose them. So when they finally...
That's why he was trying to get her to throw up, because he knew that she, A, could overdose and die. B, you know, he was panicking. C, a toxicology test, regardless. And he wasn't supposed to have her at that hotel. See, he didn't bring the child to the hotel where the mother was at. He went to a separate hotel. It's very clear what his intentions were that night.
To depose them now, which was like about 3 to 4 weeks ago. All of a sudden now we hear there's a plea deal. So
and how many times has Polite done that and, you know, it wasn't reported? Or was that his first time and that's why she was, you know, drugged up to the extent to where he couldn't, you know, engage with sexual contact with her because she was about to OD or was severely fucked up off of whatever substance or liquor that he ended up giving her that night?
If it's not true and it's not real, why are we hearing him on the record saying there's a plea deal? And hold on, let me just share my screen 1 quick second to the family. I don't need to wait until the 7th. This is my argument. I'm not forcing you. If you could share my screen, Sanetta, I would appreciate it. I'm not saying Polite. I'm not saying he's not guilty. I'm saying he is guilty and it's obvious something happened. That's what I am saying based on the evidence that's available to everybody in the audience.
See, since Sanetta and Polite act like they didn't see the docket and they don't know about this plea set and all that, I put them in the docket so they could, you know, have to look at it for eternity or whatever, because, you know, all my videos are downloaded and, you know, put somewhere in a safe place.
This has nothing to do with hatred for Polite. It has nothing to do with trying to be polite.
What is he guilty of, Garfield?
I believe, if I remember correctly, she had possibly drugs in her system, allegedly, and also liquor.
He's guilty of everything that he's alleged of because the evidence is clear as day. But hold on, don't. You see, Sanetta, hold on a second. Hold on, let me finish.
What is the plea deal?
Hold on. You see.
And see, this is why I really wanted it to go to trial. Because in trial, we would have found out all of the situation, all the parts, how everything happened. But with him taking a plea, there's so much that will not come out. That will give a brief description of the event, and Polite, if he takes the plea, will have to, you know, they'll give a statement and then he will have to plead guilty to what they said. He will have to agree that he did it. And then, you know what I'm saying? Period. That's what I'm used to seeing. All the court dates and all the trials that we've looked at online, that I've looked at in life. I mean, I really watch trials like in real life.
This is why people feel like you're defending Polite.
I'm asking a question. That's all I'm asking.
Let me finish.
Court proceedings and shit like that. Remember, I'm mainly a true crime channel. So real crimes that happen, not fake ones.
Let me finish. I'm not waiting to the 7th. What everybody in the audience must ask themselves is, why is he pleading to anything? That should be the question, Sanetta. Not what is he pleading to. Why are you waiting for the 7th? He has to, if he's pleading to something according to what those charges are. We all
facts, Cedric.
Listen, if I was Polite, I wouldn't even be in public, right? I wouldn't even show my face. I'm ashamed of what happened. He did something wrong, Sanetta, and it's obvious by the evidence. If I'm innocent of
they should. It's a normal court date. Now we may not be able to see Polite, but we would be seeing the judge, you know, prosecutors, whatever.
Child molestation. I'm gonna fight that till the end.
Defense attorney.
I'm not waiting for to get taking no plea. So you
will hear his voice.
In the audience, you can't say I hate Polite. I said Polite.
Also, I'm not trying to stop it again, but Michi X and I believe Tony the Closer are supposed to be going out there to Miami to the court date. Now, you know, on some nigga shit, they could, you know, sneak a camera up in there, a recording device or something. Or I would have just ordered some glasses off of Amazon with the camera on it, child, and just warned them shits up in there, period. But allegedly on Friday, they will be there, and I will be also, finding out what happens on Zoom as well, in the event. But regardless, word's going to get out about what it is. It's going to end up being, added to the docket of events, like what you see right here, sequence 127, on June 21st, motion for continuance filed, right? This one right here, 126, report RE, plea set for 7/7/2023, and that is this Friday. We literally have 3 days left, royal family, until this thing. And again, he could go there, he could take the plea, he could reject the plea, demand a trial, and the judge can also reject the plea himself. But let's continue.
That is the best debater ever in the history of the House of Consciousness. I've never made a video against Polite ever in my life, and I still don't.
It will require incarceration. And if you remember, the female attorney said something, the judge said something about mitigating when it came to the 60-day portion. And that's basically where in court, they're just going to talk about why or why not it's a good idea, that why Polite should get 60 days or why not. You know what I mean? He's not given that. That's not a given. Sanetta act like Polite will be out. There's a huge chance, I would say at least about 90% chance, that Polite will be arrested on Friday.
Phil, can I ask you a question?
No, Sanetta, let me finish. Let me just finish. I'm going to get back to you in 1 second. All I am
if he takes the plea
saying to the audience is this exactly. The evidence is there. Don't be lazy. You're quick to go research Egypt and research 5,000 years ago. Go research what happened 2 years ago and go step by step.
See, I like what Garfield said right there. He said you're basically you've been researching history all this time. Research what happened 2 years ago. All the information is there. Like, I don't know why Sanetta acts like he only got to get the information from Polite, and that's the only shit that he riding off of.
The brother know what he was doing. It was at Mayweather's pre-birthday party, February 27th. That's when it happened.
February 27th. You heard that. February 27th is when these events took place, where Polite allegedly committed these L&Ls, these lewd and lascivious charges of sexual contact with a minor, as well as giving her some type of substance and contributing to her delinquency.
The evidence is there. Don't be lazy. You're quick to go research Egypt and research 5,000 years ago. Go research.
He could. He very well could.
What happened 2 years ago and go step by step. The brother know what he was doing. It was at Mayweather's pre-birthday party, February 27th. That's what.
Now Mayweather comes up again. Again, shout out to V Bennett. Sometimes I'm a visual person. So we've already looked at this picture, right? And this is a man that was taught by people that had drew this picture of Dr. York, their leader, with a little ass girl. I don't care what you say, this is not an adult. They promote this shit on Facebook, Instagram, wherever, in real life and all that. That's his alleged spiritual father. We know who Mayweather is, right? And this girl's Renentech. Now, I'm not saying that Renentech was there. She may have been, in the city at that time, but he was at Mayweather's shit. So he already brought one child, one juvenile, or one lady, young lady that he had already groomed to meet Mayweather. And now another child ends up getting attacked, sexually violated on Mayweather's birthday, February 27th of 2021. See what I'm saying? This is some pedophile ring shit.
When it happened.
The evidence is there. Don't be lazy. You're quick to go research Egypt and research 5,000 years ago. Go research what happened 2 years ago and go step by step.
The facts, curse.
Brother know what he was doing. It was at Mayweather's pre-birthday party, February 27th. That's when it happened.
I said, Sanetta, it sounds like you're protecting him. I never said you are protecting him. I never said that. But what I'm saying is, I am making the stand. Sanetta, you don't have to. If you want to wait till the 7th and anybody else, you go ahead. The girl was found with drugs in her system and she was incoherent and had alcohol. And she was...
You just heard it right there from Garfield. Drugs in her system. I remembered, but I like when they say it out their mouth, their words, mainly Sanetta or any correlation or somebody that's calling him out, because drugs and alcohol ended up in that child's system. And guess what? Polite gave it to her.
Was in the same hotel room with a grown man, a 14-year-old. Would you make your 14-year-old go in a room with Polite or any other man? Stop playing games, community. That's what I'm mad at. I'm not mad at you, Sanetta. You can't be me and I can't be you. You're your own big man, but we gotta make a stance. When are we gonna make a stance as a community? This is horrible, egregious.
Exactly. Ooh, V. Bennett. Exactly. You never know who came to that room. But guess what? In court, we would have found out about the key cards, any camera footage of the hallways. Mind you, Polite got a discovery when this case started at some point. Normally in the first, month or two, really not month or two, like 2 weeks to a month, depending on if you're incarcerated or not, but basically about the same time if you're out. But so Polite knows what's in it. He's seen the videotapes, stuff like that, and that's why he's not going to take this to trial, in my opinion. I was expecting him to, right? I'm taking anything fucked up to try, like, period. I'm fighting for my shit. This nigga has an attorney that he has paid thousands of dollars for, scammed the community out of thousands of dollars to pay this attorney, and also support the wives and, contribute to the family far as money goes, because they can only sell so much ass and strip and do that, right? But at the same time, like, child, I just get tired of, like, and then there's so many, like, correlating parts. This child was abused in that hotel room. So was there more men there than just Polite? I would almost think, in reality, I would think that other seamen may have come up if that was the case. But the fact that Floyd Mayweather is just keep popping up in this, like he's in other shit that I've looked at, but wait for it, it's coming.
Behavior. I don't care how many debates he won. I love him as a debater. But as an individual, fuck him. I said that. The brother know what he was doing. It was at Mayweather's pre-birthday party, February 27th.
And they probably also thought they were smart if anybody else victimized her and, made sure that they didn't do certain things, if you catch my drift.
That's when it happened. Anyway, Sanetta, I'll call you later, man. We figure out what we got to figure out. But peace and love.
Let me ask you a question, Garfield.
Yep, fact.
I got a question for you.
We'll be talking about that next live Wob Funk.
If the court system find DNA of sperm cells, of your sperm.
Now, why would Sanetta say this? Y'all listen.
I
gotta go to the bathroom really quick. I'll be back.
Person on a rape victim's body. You hear me? If they find them stains, would they throw out a case like that? Do you think they would throw a case out if they find DNA evidence that matches? Would they throw out a case like that?
All right, Sanetta, right
I'm
now,
asking you a question, brother. I'm not saying that's what happened with Polite case. I'm asking you a question.
I'm going to answer you and say this to you carefully. You know the court system better than Garfield, right? Because you've been here your entire life. I'm not familiar. I'm not the greatest person, but what I will tell you is this: if you have a case against an individual, sometimes DAs will allow you by law. You're allowed to give a deal in court cases. So what happened is anything with that girl that Polite admits to or plea to.
No, I'm not asking you about the girl on Polite. I'm asking you something else.
Hold on. Can I answer the way I want to answer, brother?
Yeah.
All right. What I'm saying is, if they're not throwing out the case. I don't know why you feel they're throwing out the case.
I never said they was throwing it out. I'm asking you a question, brother. That's all I'm asking you.
But any question you ask me is gonna be connected to.
See, why you can't answer a straight question? Here we go again. Garfield, you acting like a lawyer in here and you showing shit. So I'm asking you again. Look, Garfield, listen to me. This is easy. Listen, Garfield, if you got sex semen and they found out the DNA matches every goddamn thing, I'm asking you, if someone was to get a case like that, do you think that they would throw out a rape charge or a rape case like that? They would just throw that away, Garfield? Yes or no?
I don't know, my brother.
Damn, you don't know that? Let me tell you this, because I did some research on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I looked it up. I looked up the shit. In order for someone to...
Yeah, he's real angry when it comes to some polite shit.
Throw out a case like that, the other party got to consent with it and sign off with it.
So he says that he's not caping for polite, but look at how he like tries to strategize or, you know what I'm saying, maneuver polite's case or the talking of these type of situations or whatever.
And say, yes, throw it out. Otherwise, the state cannot just throw out a rape case if the DNA matches. That's all I'm asking you. Can they throw out all the rape charges?
And in reality, in most states, every state is different. However, in most states, a case like this, they wouldn't really just throw it out, because even if the victim didn't want to, you know, like they didn't want to go to court, like, you know, they were all fucked up about it or whatever, the state would pick it up. Anything normally with abuse, sexual abuse, murder, like, bruh, we're not talking about like this nigga just jaywalking, fam.
It doesn't have a rape charge, brother. And if you continue to say rape, you're
all right, not rape then. Whatever it is, if you got DNA, I think you know what I'm talking about. Because you brought it up. You say you got all this DNA, and you got this right here, and you got that right here. If the state throws out
indigenous, yes,
all of that shit,
nobody's throwing out.
Can the state do that?
Nobody's throwing out anything, my brother. I don't know about.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's throwing out anything. Maybe somebody's.
That's a fact, Shaka.
And you that they throw out something. Nobody's throwing out anything. They're off the deal with.
All right, nobody telling me that. I'm just asking a question, brother.
People negotiating court cases, like you said, you negotiated and took a lesser charge for what you did for 6 months,
right?
Without a problem. So people could negotiate deals. That's what it is, because the DAs want to close the deal and to say, hey, they gotta win. So that's all that is. So I'm not concerned about that. My concern is this young girl right now has to live with this for the rest of her life. You know, her mouth was bruised up from doing whatever with her mouth, and she had sperm stains all over her, and she was affected, and now I'm sure she's gonna be affected emotionally forever. So all you hypocrites.
I'm saying that he was in Miami with Polite, and I kind of spoke on that already or whatever, but that's when they executed the DNA search warrant on Polite. Sanetta came back and knew about it, but did not talk about it at all. We're gonna talk about that next time.
Or in the audience saying, well, maybe this.
Garfield, did you read the kit? There was a rape kit that was taken. Did you read it?
He never raped her, my brother. You keep bringing up rape.
Okay, not rape, but there was a kit that they did on the girl.
Yes,
there was a kit. What did the kit say?
She wasn't raped. You see, this is what you're doing, Sanetta. Stop it, bro.
But that's why I'm fucking asking you. You're not answering the fucking question, Garfield.
Thank you for the donations. I appreciate y'all.
I'm asking you, what was it? What is it? It's not rape. So what is it?
Sanetta.
If you got semen stains on you, what happened, Garfield? What did they do? That's what I'm asking you. Because you the one keep bringing up, he got semen stains and he got that. So what happened? Did he just jerk off on the girl? I don't know.
Poppy, go back in there. Right.
I'm asking you, brother. That's what I'm asking you about.
Give me a second. Wait till I'm here. All right, give me a second. All right, basically what happened, family.
Yeah, because in cases like that where the victim normally doesn't want to testify, they'll still proceed with the case, but normally they'll be offered one more plea right before plea trial. I talk about this a little bit towards the end or whatever, because in a minute, I'm not even gonna have to give commentary for the rest of the video until it's over, and then, you know, I'll kind of close the show or whatever. But yeah, so.
He bruised her mouth. Basically, he forced her to possibly give her, because her mouth was bruised, he forced her into giving oral sex. So basically, the dude, and her mouth was bruised and everything. She was found with drugs inside of her. All of this was induced. I mean, he tried to force her to throw up, so that all the drugs would have came out of her. So the issue is, what did he do to her? Well, basically, the way how it seems to me, the reason why there's sperm stains all over her, as far as stains on her shirt and the scarf.
From as far as I know, the mother and the daughter have been deposed. which means they've given a deposition, which means that they technically could have her still, testify in court. However, that's asking the victim and the victim's mother to relive a tough time in their life that they're probably trying to get over and just want justice for. So at the end of the day, a lot of the state, if they kind of see that, it's going in that type of manner, that not that the victim is shaky, but shaky about testifying and the damage it may do to relive it. That's why Polite, in my opinion, was offered a plea at this time. Normally with cases, what they'll do is, a few court dates in after your arraignment, maybe one, after the omnibus or whatever, they will offer you a plea. That would be your first plea if, they know that the case is kind of faulty or whatever. And then they'll offer you another plea if they see that you're trying to go through with trial. So they would offer you a plea at pretrial or right before pretrial. You see what I'm saying? So that didn't happen in this case. This case has been going on for 2 years and we're at trial now. There's been several continuations, but we're at trial. We were at trial, and then Polite was offered a plea. He is set to take it July 7th. So in a couple of days.
Is because basically whenever he ejaculated, that's where the sperm stains went. I was not there, but the evidence is showing that he didn't sexually penetrate her, but he did something else. And what is there else to do sexually other than oral sex? So if you guys want to sit down and say, hey, this may have happened and that, the evidence is pointing to something egregious. This person should not be in the community even calling, but it's not my...
I think he means that she wasn't raped, like, far as... Because you got to deal with, like, just the mental capacity of motherfuckers' child. So the fact that she wasn't violated in her vaginal area would lead him to believe that she wasn't raped. It was rape, period. Okay, she's a minor. She was drugged up, and he had sex with her. Oral sex is sex as well. So...
my panel.
So I don't did something on her. How did his semen stains get on her? And then Sanetta's team, they all said, well, maybe the mother gave the daughter the scarf and all, what? And the shirt. Like, what? To put on after she had, like, fucked Polite and got his nut on her shirt and scarf. Then she gave the scarf and the shirt to her daughter to line this nigga up. We've heard from that side that they think that the mother is doing this for some, financial reason. The mother took it to the courts. She pressed charges. She brought her daughter to the emergency room for a rape kit and has, in my opinion, so far, from what I know, has followed through with the whole case, regardless, these whole 2 years. So I don't understand what the problem is, why they keep attacking her or whatever, caping for this nigga. That's still victim shaming.
Hate you, Sanetta. I'm just saying, bro, I'm looking at the evidence. If I'm wrong, I mean, there's nothing to be wrong about because it's on record in the system. This is the evidence that they have. The people who are testifying, the people who saw the girl at the ambulance, they're all testifying to this information. They testify.
Garfield, I'm not going to say shit. You know why? Because if I do, people are going to say, Saw, you sound like you're trying to help them. I'm telling you what the fuck I heard a lawyer say. I'm on the phone.
Facts. Lucy Pearl and Jeanette, rape is rape, period.
Call. He don't know I'm on the phone call. I'm listening to the lawyer say this, say that, say this. This is what's happening. I'm telling you what I heard. I just don't want to fuck up and just say it.
His defense lawyer. What is his defense lawyer going to say, bro? What is his defense lawyer going to say?
Hey, Brandy.
His defense lawyer going to say, hey, Sanetta, by the way, just to let you know, Polite is guilty. He did the shit. Is he going to tell you that? Bro, cut it out, Sanetta. Be a realist, bro. His lawyer is going to say everything possible to save him. The dude did something egregious, bro. This shit is...
Facts. Now, Apostle is going to interject at some point in time and say that, like, if I heard it right, that the attorney could know that he is guilty, but he has to still represent him as if he's guilty. Like, what? These attorneys be knowing all type of fucked up shit. They be knowing that the motherfucker guilty as hell that they're representing, but that money is more important.
Disgusting. How they... Come on, black folks, what is wrong with y'all? This is nuts. Yo, I'm out of here, sir. We talk later, bro. We gotta talk. We talk off the air, man. Well, peace and love to you.
Sanetta was subpoenaed.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. Go ahead, Apple.
I never heard that, Wob Funk. Sanetta was subpoenaed when? Today?
Comes to polite. That's a sensitive topic. You hear me, sir?
We saw that has to be untrue unless it was today. I screenshot the first time that they put up the plea, the subpoenas and stuff like that. And then also we went over it live. And then the second time when they had entered in the subpoenas to go to trial on the 3rd, which would have been yesterday, you know what I'm saying? They had put out subpoenas and I didn't see his name nowhere. Maybe I missed it, but I didn't see it.
Very sensitive topic. Yeah, that's all I want to say. So peace out to the family.
Hey,
what? Wait. What? He just admitted that he already talked to a lawyer. That's what Sanetta is saying, though. Where is that at, y'all? What the fuck? This shit crazy, y'all.
Hey, man, I ain't really got nothing to say because, you know, like, I just think if Polite did what he did, that's the dumbest stuff in the world because he's a very intelligent brother. And, you know, as far as me banging on him, I'm 63. I ain't banging nobody. I just won't mess with him, you know. Coming up, man, you know what I'm saying, laid back. Everybody want to, if he did it, I'm banging on him. Nah, man, he just what he is, and I'm not going to deal with him. You know what I'm saying? I think this, brother, sir. I
mean, Suntan has already said hella sus shit. This nigga is a freaky ass, weird ass, predator ass nigga. But he just said that he ain't finna fuck with Polite, but you weren't fucking with him before, yet you're sitting on a panel for hours, basically with Sanetta while he advocates for him. Regardless of how many times Sanetta says that when Polite is found guilty, you're gonna hold him accountable, that means nothing now. You don't just get to switch up like that after 2 years of victim shaming the mother and the victim. No.
This, and I may be wrong, but you know, all this money and all this shit Brother Polite was doing, I really think somebody sent somebody at him.
Bro, if this nigga Suntan does not stop with this motherfucking shit talking about that somebody sent somebody at Polite. Did somebody send Polite at, did somebody send some motherfuckers at Polite when it came to Renentech? When it came to his second wife? Come on, like, quit playing with me, bro. This nigga just be up here just spewing out bullshit.
And my whole thing is this, man. I think they sent somebody at that boy, and if he was ignorant enough to take the bait, you know, just call it some damn sex, I think he deserved what he did. You dig? That's my opinion on it. But I ain't gonna be hanging on him. Shit, fuck it. He's a dumbass. I'm not gonna hang on it.
If they found semen on that girl's shirt, they're not throwing it.
Nah. Nope.
Let him plead down to something lower, but it's still gonna have to do with some form of rape. And if he ejaculated on a little girl, that is rape. You don't gotta penetrate to rape somebody. That's rape. If he
Thanks, V. Bennett. That's why I only showed a few people at a time or whatever, because I wanted to concentrate solely on a lot of what was said during certain parts.
Ejaculated on a little girl, that's molestation and rape, and they're not throwing that out. They'll let
I agree with you, brother. Yeah, I agree with you, but I'm not saying that's.
And they never said they were throwing it out. But Sanetta came up here and told a few thousand people, you know, live that they were dropping the charges were dropped on Polite when all they did was amended the charges. They, you know, put you know, there's 2 charges that are kind of like lingering around. Right now, the state isn't really pushing those charges, but they are pushing for lewd and lascivious sexual contact with a child and the contributing to a minor.
What happened in Polite case? So I'm not saying that at all.
Man, nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Yeah, but everybody would know on the 7th, and that's why I'm telling people. I said, if y'all want to go in on them, bang the fuck on them. I'm not going to stop you. But don't get.
Sanetta, we've been following this case for the whole 2 years. There's some of us that know this case front, back, forward, side to side in this bitch.
Mad at me because I'm waiting on the 7th until I get everything detailed. That way we can see if Polite lying or whatever he's doing. The paperwork is right there. Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, Si, you a class A.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did, or should have been charged with some shit, but, you know, slipped under the radar somewhere. Like, this nigga is dingy, and does he have just a wife beater on in this motherfucker?
Journalist, and you steady moving up. So that's my whole position with you, man. And somebody say something slick, you always jumping in.
I agree, Shaka.
People.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I said Chris Harris was right.
So Suntan said you're always jumping in and defending people. Well, not the people that Sanetta comes up and lies on, or you know, attacks, because basically attacks people because they're calling out this brother Polite shit and standing on his head with him promoting these people.
Judah Naz was right when he made them statements about your side. Where your real people? Where the niggas at? Why they not standing up? The only one that stood up for me way before any of this shit going down was Nepal Saddam. And she put her shit on the line and made a video and stood up. None of them niggas stood up, man. Where the fuck they at right now? And my wife, Cynthia, the only one that stood up and was like, yo, the hell with these niggas. My wife had my back all the way. Why is...
That's cap, because whatever happened to the general, you know, the nigga with the cabin in the woods that had given meth and cocaine, and they had some type of sexual relation at his cabin, and he had all those video cameras and shit. Remember, he was sitting on keys, right? Huh? You know, down around over there to Real G's TV, right? Real Grams TV. That's his name, Real Grams. He telling you in the dough what he on. Now, no judgment. I used to sell dope too, but motherfuckers change their motherfucking life. This nigga is a senior citizen. He was banging for Sanetta. I ain't heard a peep out the nigga. But he attacked me and several other people for Sanetta. There was also other people that were attacking me and other people for Sanetta. Sanetta was never by himself.
Me and you arguing and falling out over fucking Polite, Garfield. Why?
Hey, Si, you gotta remember, you asked. You said, Suntan, if I take this interview, what do you think about it? You remember you asked me that?
Yeah. And of course, you co-signed it. Because you know that's going to bring Sanetta money.
Yeah. I say, shit, man, you better go ahead and take it because you're a journalist. And I left it at that. I mean, if you want to...
Never mind the money that he would make off of it.
Be a half-wit journalist, don't take the interview. If you want to do a nigga, say you doing what Sanetta say. So that's it. That's my position, man.
Let me make this statement for the last time. And I ain't going to say nothing else until the 7th.
Right.
And the 7th come out and everybody see the record. And then you see my stance after y'all see the record. And then you see me still talking like this. Then I wouldn't mind. Then I say, yeah, y'all niggas deserve to tear my ass up. Because now you got the stamp on the card. This is the record. He's going to jail. This is what's going to happen. Now y'all can bang. Go ahead and bang on me now. But y'all ain't going to have to bang because I'm going to be banging too. But that's not...
Sanetta, if you come out here banging on Polite after the fact, I'm finna look at you and laugh. Because all you did was made it safe. You don't give a fuck. You know that Polite did this shit to that girl. You know that because of Renentech, remember? So you're just an opportunist. But if he does get found guilty on any type of charges, you need to take all of the videos down that you have on your channels with Polite in it, period.
It's not going to be my whole everyday fucking video. I'll make a video and bang, and that'll be it.
Right.
And then maybe make another video, another thing, something else happen like this. I might bring it up again. But I ain't going to do this shit as my content every day. Y'all know what I deal with.
Man, these niggas just attacking each other, man. Over something that ain't got nothing to do with them, man.
Can I say this too? I'm 34 years old. I ain't never had a social media, none of that ever in my life. This is the only channel I've ever been subscribed to my whole life. I've never been on social media. It's my first time on something like this.
Which translates to me that you're brainwashed at this point. Because listen to this.
I've been rocking with Sa for 10 years.
He been rocking with Sa for 10 years. Don't go on anybody else's platform. He don't have social media. He is brainwashed by Sanetta. A lot of these niggas are. Or they want the opportunity to be seen. Even these niggas jumping up on the panels and shit. Like this nigga right here. Or this nigga.
way back with the Scientology with Polite them and all that. And I seen all this and I'm like, how dare that these people that he done put on and they got their channels and all because of Sanetta. And they
hold on. So if this little munchkin sounding voice ass nigga thinks that, you know, voices, right? But thinks that Polite put my channel on my name, that's cap. I've been doing what I've been doing. Sanetta really played no part in that. Yes, earlier in the days, like 2019, before I really, you know, knew how deep all of this shit was or whatever. And I really think Sanetta tried to get close to me because he knows what my channel stands for. But he begged me to go on his show and do a video with, you know, on, not with him, but present information on child molestation. It then ended up being me and Cynthia Rose. That's her name now, but her name used to be Ashe Divine. We did the whole presentation on molestation. Sanetta really did not interject anything. He had nothing really positive to say. It was kind of just like he did the video because it's content, right? And he was allegedly promoting strong women in the Black community. But as soon as I didn't agree with him, I'm all these bitches, hoes, I'm, you know, this and that. Like, he tried to lie on my family and everything, bro. Like, this nigga is trash, bro. I cannot stand Sanetta.
They gonna get on here and slander him with some rape. You don't play like that. People die for shit like that, man. You call somebody a pedophile and you will get on the internet in front of everybody and call a man a pedophile or even hint towards it.
If they do pedophile shit, have pedophile charges, or have been convicted of pedophilia, yeah, I'm on their ass. Yep, I sure am. Fuck is wrong with you, dude?
Came to back you, Si.
Yeah, Si, you had to check a nigga the other day. Talking about I don't even know Dr. York. Si was, man, this man don't even deal with no Dr. York. You know, they just attacking people, man.
Suntan already said that he only knows Sanetta through YouTube. Like, these panels, you know, he's not behind the scenes with him. He hasn't met him in real life. So, like, what? Like, what is he talking about? You don't really know this nigga, bro.
But see, we are allowing Brother Polite and what he's going through right now to fuck up everybody in the conscious.
Yeah, because this dude right here, he came on the panel asking to do a debate with somebody else, like just some old fuck nigga shit.
Community or the Hebrew, whatever. Everybody.
I wanted to encapsulate Apostle during this whole thing because some shit about to come out in a minute. Like I said, the video kind of takes over. There was a point in time during editing where I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to like forget to make my points about what was said. So I put my commentary a little bit towards the end or whatever. You'll hear it be stop and go. But like, these niggas is tweaking, bro.
Everybody is just separating themselves and just fucking up right now. And Polite sitting back.
Uncle Ben,
you know? But we at war with each other.
That nigga do look like Uncle Ben, child. I'm finna make some memes of that nigga.
While Polite sitting back, we at war with each other.
Number one, a lawyer. If a lawyer knows a person is guilty, he cannot represent that person as not guilty.
Apostle, again, shut up. Like, shut up.
That's illegal. It's unethical. So if he knows you are guilty, he has to represent you to the best of his ability. But he cannot state or act as though you are innocent.
What? When in the fuck have y'all ever seen in a court case or anything like that where an attorney finds out that the person, you know, that they're representing did it, and then they represented them as they were guilty in court? What the fuck is this nigga talking about? Like, you just got a group of niggas that don't know what the fuck they're talking about shit that isn't importance to me, my nigga. Like, dead ass.
But he has to get the best deal for his client. If a lawyer knows an individual,
we know he's gonna try to get the best deal, but Polite really, if he gets what I think he's finna get, he's not really getting a good deal. Now, compared to spending, you know, 50 something years in prison or more, you know, a few years or, you know, 5, 10 piece or whatever isn't as bad, but it's like bruh, sometimes like if you know what you're talking about with a court case, you could represent yourself. Trust me, I did it. I had caught one dope case. As a first-time offender, these motherfuckers was trying to give me 96 months. I had a public defender because everybody that was involved in you know what I'm saying, in my case or whatever, was arrested. One was the CI in my case. The other one was, you know, motherfuckers that I was running with or whatever. But I was selling my own shit. You feel me? I had a public defender. I was looking at 97 months. Okay. I talked that shit down to motherfucking a year in prison, jail, right? Because a year and a day here, you will do county time, local time. So if you get over a year and a day, which I got a year and a day, which I had to serve 8 months. Bro, like what is we talking about here? Like motherfuckers can represent theirself. My prosecutor, I mean my public defender is now a judge, right? I had gotten a downward departure. There was all type of shit in my case that was fucked up. Child, the motherfucking confidential informant was paid in drugs by the task force. That is not how it's supposed to go. Then also, 2 or 3 days or shortly after I was arrested, the detective in my case, right? He was pulled over while on duty by the chief for a DUI. That nigga was drunk. So that and the confidential informant, then I was already finna chop the motherfucking kneecaps off my CI because he was a dirty little nigga and I had dirt on his ass too. So I knew how to maneuver. And if, you know, I wasn't finna snitch on him, but in court, he stood no chance. Trust and believe. Okay, period. They hurried up and gave me, and that was my first, well, my first plea deal was 97 months. If they took me to trial, I was looking at longer, right? Because it was a second-degree possession. But the first plea that came through, 97 months. I was like, hell motherfucking nah, nigga. I was staying up every motherfucking day, locked up and shit like that. They had took all my money, all that, confiscated it. You know what I'm saying? Took cars, all type of shit. And yeah, and I fought my motherfucking case with a public defender. My public defender said in court, she said she fought this case for herself, bruh. All I did was do a little bit of walking and a little bit of negotiating behind the scenes, child. And I got that shit. I got a year in a day, jail time, prison time, or whatever. But I was DOC, so I ended up doing 3 years parole, and I didn't fuck up once. Fuck is you talking about? Like, please know and believe that you can fight a motherfucking case. Like, you don't need no high power ass lawyer that's not really finna do shit. I've seen niggas get murder charges, right? And motherfucking pay 50,000, 100,000, 25,000 for attorneys and still get 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Basically get offered what they were going to get in the first place.
Individual is guilty. He cannot represent him as not guilty. What Polite is doing.
This nigga and Reggie have no clue what they're talking about. Again, not only, nigga, I was the jailhouse lawyer in that bitch. I knew about court cases before I got locked up. That's how I was able to maneuver for so long. I could talk about it now because I've already been charged. But I knew how to motherfucking, I wasn't trafficking children or nothing like that. I was selling dope. I made a bad decision that in the long run, do I regret it? No. It actually taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? But since the age of 18, ironically enough, I wanted to be an attorney, right? So I would, at 18, you know, before I would start my job or whatever, my job for the day or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I would go sit in the courtroom for hours and listen to cases and shit. Just, you know, a couple of hours before I had to start my shift or whatever. And I learned a lot of shit. Then, even after my drug charge, I went to school for a paralegal, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you can learn some shit. Michi X got a felony, right? I'm not sure what hers is, but she has, you know, some type of law degree or some type of, you know, criminal like law background to her. I'm not saying she's an attorney, but motherfuckers is leaping and stepping over bounds, bro. Like these niggas don't know what they're talking about. Maybe they're stuck in 1960 or some shit.
Of those 5 charges,
I'm sorry, y'all. I just hear these niggas talk, and I have no problem with sharing a part of myself because I have no shame in what the fuck I did. Just like Sanetta, while he was up here talking shit about me talking about how I sold drugs, I wasn't glorifying it or anything like that, but just talking about the experience. He thought that, oh, he wouldn't be exposed for being a drug dealer as well as a drug user. And he tried to throw me under the bus. Then Tasha K exposed his criminal background after he had threatened to sue Tasha K for defamation. And now he's admitting and he's proud of his shit. Why? Because Queen's Throne made you proud of your shit, bitch.
3 of them is dealing with sexual misconduct with a minor.
Definitely,
another one is offering alcohol.
You definitely felt some type of way when you seen how I could talk about it and have no, you know, ill will about it. You can't use that to expose me, nigga.
And another one is a misdemeanor. If I know people like Polite, because those cum stains.
Thank you, Shaka.
Are damaging.
Listen, here we
those
go.
Those cum stains are damaging. He's going to try his best to keep that from being brought forth. So what he's probably pleading.
Now I'm gonna drop this down, but I also am probably not going to put the comments on the screen like this because, you know, things are gonna end up happening in this edit at some point in time or whatever, and I'm just gonna kind of let it coast because we're at the hour mark in the edit, and this is around the time where somewhere I start giving commentary, so there's no reason for me to state the same thing that I just said. So we're just gonna kind of lay back and enjoy the rest of the video. I'll stop it if I have to, but everything is pretty much self-explanatory. Let's go.
Out to is giving her alcohol in the misdemeanor charge.
What's good, Royal Family? I just wanted to interject for a second. What is Apostle talking about misdemeanors? There's only one misdemeanor in Brother Polite, aka Michael Nowak's case. The other 4 charges are lewd and lascivious, and they're all felonies. What is Apostle talking about when he talks about he's going to plead to this, that, and the 5th? There's only one misdemeanor there. And I find it really odd that y'all is the same niggas that really have a hard time with the fact that we're holding Brother Polite, aka Michael Nowak, accountable. Yet y'all are the same ones continuously putting out fake information. However, y'all can't even get the fucking story straight. Now, something like this is the reason why so many people thought that Brother Polite, aka Michael E. Nowak's case was over. Remember when Sanetta came out and said that the charges had been dropped, when in reality, that was a motherfucking lie. Michael E. Nowak, Brother Polite, had actually gotten more charges. But instead, people that don't know, and really quick, I had talked about this earlier. So you see right here, it says engaging with, you know, basically sex of a minor, sexual battery, victim is 12 to 17, defendant is over 18. These 2 charges have a no action. If obviously he would take a plea of out of these 5 charges right here, contributing to a minor, and these 4 L&Ls, right? Nothing else will be addressed. Motherfuckers was talking about some whole other shit or whatever. But these are the 2 charges that I was talking about as far as no action. I couldn't remember exactly what was stated right here. That's why I kind of went quiet at that point. But we see it right here. It says no action. So these 2, 1 and 2, are the first charges that he was offered. And that does happen in cases where they're like, well, you know, we can get them for these 2, but worst case scenario, if we charge them with all 4 of these L&Ls and it contributing to a minor, then, you know, at least that's doing damage because he is guilty of it. They have his DNA. Didn't look into it further, took what Sanetta said at face value. This is a problem.
Just because he's trying to plead it out, don't mean they're going to accept it.
That's true.
They're coming with a plea. Believe me, he said he will not plead out to sexual misconduct.
Yes, he said it.
What he's going to plead out to is probably.
Fuck, I muted myself, you guys. I apologize. I said Jeremiah. I wasn't saying that Apostle was caping for Polite, but he did make some statements that we will go over, you know, just because he made them, and it's a teaching moment, right? And some of what I'm going to say could come off offensive. I'm not coming for him, but again, I'm here to state the facts, and we're going to go off of what he said. So again, I'm not saying that Apostle is, you know, defending Polite in any way. I did show that he was stating that he thinks Polite did do this. Otherwise, I would have tried to cover it up, but I don't edit, you know, that way. But anyway, let's get back to the edit.
I'll be alcohol and that misdemeanor charge.
They not gonna let him plead to that.
I'm just telling you what they trying to do.
So you saying that they ain't gonna? You saying that they got DNA and they're not gonna make him take that shit? Nah, they gotta make him take that DNA test.
What I'm saying, right now, you got a lawyer that's trying to defend his client to the best of his ability. He's gonna offer a plea.
Yeah, but if this nigga got DNA and the DNA matches, how? No, they gotta get him on that. They can't just say no. We're gonna let this one go.
Just because he's
they gotta get him.
Just because he's off, they gotta hear out the plea.
Whatever the plea is, it's always brought on by the prosecutor. Now, the defense attorney can always argue or try to finagle certain things or whatever. But at the end of the day, the plea bargains are offered by the prosecutor, not defense. These people have no clue about what they're talking about. It is also a normal occurrence in court proceedings, regardless of what it's about. If it's criminal, there is normally a plea deal offered around about, if not before, pre-trial. Hello.
They're going to hear the plea. It's up to them on the 7th to accept the plea or don't accept the plea. That's what they're going to do on the 7th. He's offering a plea. I don't think Polite going to plea out. Sexual misconduct. Technically, sexual misconduct is rape, even if she only did oral sex. Yeah. If it's forced, it's rape. If it's willing, it's not. But you got a minor, so it's automatically rape. It's called statutory. But the point of a rape kit is to do an examination medically on the vagina area.
In the mouth.
That rape kit
in the mouth.
Negative.
In the mouth.
No, the rape kit is done on the vagina.
In the mouth, Apostle.
Well, true. As far as semen is concerned.
In the stool.
Right. Well, if it's...
And then the way that Sanetta just said that, sorry, but the way that Sanetta just said that in the mouth, though, I'm going to talk a little bit more in a second in the video, but the mouth. So does he think that, like, the victim would have, like, just semen just sitting in her mouth? Like, I've had a rape kit done. I think they swabbed my mouth, but I don't remember. It was just weird how he was just stating shit. Like, how is Polite or Sanetta so, familiar with rape all of a sudden? And rape kits.
Yes.
They take the semen from the stool. They take the semen. Listen, they take the semen from the stool. They take the semen from the vagina, and they take it from the mouth, the oral, to make sure.
This nigga Sanetta said that they go and take sperm from the stool. Does he mean from the anus area? If that's where they were abused? Why did he say stool? Anyway, I digress. Listening to this shit, I feel like I'm losing brain cells. Conscious community where?
And they go and see what's going on. Apostle, right. Go ahead. Continue. Right. You're right, though. Go ahead.
It's right. Only thing I'm saying, there's 3 charges that he has to worry about. Because those charges bring 20 years each.
That is correct. You're right again. Go ahead.
That misdemeanor charge don't bring 20 years.
That's
He's
right.
probably thinking I can do it.
Misdemeanor is 1 year. 1 year.
The alcohol charge, what it brings?
1 year.
The alcohol brings 1 year?
That's misdemeanor.
Yeah, okay. Those 2 charges is his bet. Now, as far as I'm concerned, fuck a Polite. I'm done with it.
I hear you, brother. You have every right, brother. Right. I'm not mad at you.
Right. And just because he paid it out and he cops the lesser charges, I don't give a shit if he don't do a day in jail. He should do 20. He should spend the rest of his life in there. Because if he did it this time, he's done it before. Hurt people, hurt people. I almost guarantee it was done to him, and he's perpetrating what was done to him in his life today.
Let me make myself clear. I do not give a fuck if Polite was abused before, because he ended up abusing other people. Not every survivor or victim of child molestation turns around and abuses somebody else. Now, you mean to tell me that this quote unquote conscious man was smart enough to write 90 books, even though we know that he plagiarized them, copy paste from Google, but he was this influencer, this teacher, this leader in the conscious community brought in by the HOK, but not smart enough to understand that if he was abused, he should go seek help before violating a child. And I'm saying this as a survivor myself that works with other survivors that have not abused others because of their pain. So he could go seek all this information, but he couldn't seek information on how to deal with or handle what had happened to him. I have no sympathy for this nigga whatsoever at all.
That's what people do. They use people, they scam, that's all they can. So, like I say, and I heard Polite say he would never plead out to sexual assault.
Right.
And I believe he means
that's what he did?
No, I believe he's trying. See, he hasn't pleaded out yet. That's what they're going to do to the 7th.
Okay.
The 7th, he's going to come in.
Are you mad because I'm not saying that until the 7th? Or do you think that's a smart
I'm not judging
move?
you on that because you got your reasons. You got your reason. I got my reason in thinking the nigga's guilty. Really,
Good, and everybody can think that if you want.
He can be found innocent. To me, he's guilty. And I'm going to go by that.
Okay, that's cool. I'm not mad at you. Go ahead, Juden. All right, go ahead, Juden.
I'm sorry, Dazali. I didn't mean to take a turn, brother. I know you was up first. My bad, brother. You know, this is very, very sad. And I'm going to use the word black, even though I'm going to use the word black community. This is very, very sad that our people are ready to condemn before the facts. Y'all acting like what Saneter is saying is wait until the 7th. Y'all acting like that's wrong. Do y'all know if y'all go into YouTube and just type in Saneter in YouTube, watch all the videos come up of weirdos accusing him of having some kind of disease, of him being some type of sexual deviant, this, that, and the other. Just like Apostle, which is wrong, because you said even if he gets found innocent, in your mind, he's guilty. Okay, as long as you keep
my mind, he's guilty.
Well, hold on.
I stand by this.
Hold on, brother. Let me just give me my respect, because it's always turn. All I'm saying is you're saying even if he gets exonerated in the court of law, in your mind, he's still guilty.
Yeah.
Now, just real quick, okay, that's fine as long as you're not putting that out there in the universe because he got exonerated. What I'm saying is it's a darn shame that our people are so quick to condemn, as if you can't be an internet Perry Mason or an internet Johnny Cochran. From allegedly, I don't know about, I'm going to wait till the 7th. Allegedly, the scarf belonged to the mother. May be true, may not be true. But one thing when I showed my video where Brother Polite said that he's not copping no pleas to nothing because he didn't do it, whatever. I was like, I respect that, because I can tell you what, if the brother was like guilty of it, he'd be worried about it. From what I understand, Polite picking it, doing his Polite thing. Am I saying he's innocent? No, I'm saying let's wait until July 7th, 2023.
When the truth hit me in the face, that's when I could see it.
But you're not allowed to put that out there, or else you're slandering.
Wrong. I can have my opinion as long as I'm stating it. As long as I'm stating it as my opinion. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm saying I believe he's guilty, and I have that right. And you can't tell me I don't have that right.
I just said you're not supposed to put that out there in the universe.
I can put it anywhere.
Apostle, are you listening, man?
No, yeah, I'm listening.
Dog.
I can put it
you gotta lay off the mad dog, Elder.
Freedom of speech. It's called freedom
being
of
long-winded
speech.
don't make you Apostle. Just real quick, being long-winded don't make you right. The point of the
It
matter
don't make
is,
me wrong either.
Apostle, man, come on, man.
Let him talk, Apostle. Let him talk.
He's talking.
If he gets exonerated, you can have your own opinion, fine, but keep that to yourself. Do not push that out in the universe if he gets exonerated, because this is what our people do. That's why the Torah says we're a treacherous, backstabbing, cutthroat people. You can get found innocent, and our people say, well, you guilty, you guilty, you guilty, you guilty, you guilty. That's what we do. We got internet Johnny Cochrans over here. Yo, man, just keep the commandments, man, or not, bro. What y'all, man, you making Israel look bad, man. I'm sorry, man. I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I'm sorry, son.
By stating my opinion. Show me what commandment I broke, heathen. By stating my opinion.
You called him a heathen?
Yeah, because that's what he is.
Thank you, sir. Let me get this out. You know, and I've been listening for a while, and
for the past 2 days, and
I've been listening for a while, and for the past 2 days, and
I've been listening for a while, and for the past 2 days, and
I'm disappointed that my people can't read like the damn energy and the hint. And what I mean by that is, what some people should have done is they could have simply Googled the laws that are available for Florida, which is where this alleged crime took place. What laws are available for them to downgrade or shift or whatever to? The vibe that I am getting is that he's not going to plead out to a sexual crime. That is going to be something like neglect or contributing to the delinquency, something along those lines. So how are people going to feel when they hear that read? That it's going to be something like neglect.
There is not one neglect charge on this docket. There is 4 L&Ls, which involved some type of sexual contact with the minor and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. And I only think he brought up the contributing to the delinquency of a minor because he's regurgitating what Apostle had said. Again, these niggas is slow as hell. They're also loud and wrong. But let's continue.
I think that a lot of people are going to be disappointed. See, we're doing the same thing that we do when you have your debates. You have one people that are going off feelings, and then you have one side of people that are going off of, what the evidence points to.
If we're going off just what the evidence points to, then Sanetta running these panels has proven to be wrong. All you guys have done over there is spread misinformation, give your poor ass opinion to some shit you know nothing about. Most of y'all over there don't even know about court cases like this. And let's be honest about this. If Polite wasn't allegedly, a celebrity and an influencer in the conscious community, an alleged leader, which is all cap, but y'all fall for anything. Y'all wouldn't care at all about a molestation case, period. Y'all don't stand for shit. But anyway.
Right now, everyone's going off feelings because everyone's feelings is that he's a damn nasty man and he needs to damn go to prison. But what are the options that the law has?
The way that he talks about everybody going off of their feelings, like there isn't DNA evidence of 6 semen stains that they found on that girl, period. He forgot about that though, right?
What is the vibe that he's giving out now? Is he acting like a guy that's about to go to prison for damn 20 years? Are you acting like you got evidence that he's about to go to prison for 20 years? I don't feel that. I feel that a lot of people are going to be disappointed July 7th that he's not going to have any sexually related charge. And then there's some people that are going to be when they should have kept their damn mouth shut and waited.
Him acting like Polite, running around out here acting like he's living his best life is cap. He clearly doesn't know Polite very well because Polite is the cap master. Hasn't Polite been running around here for years acting like he was rich and trying to allegedly direct people towards getting their finances together and things like that? But in reality, Polite is broke and he uses these schemes that he comes up with to scam the community. I guess when he sees Polite driving those Rolls Royces and shit, he thinks that those are really Polite's cars. I digress.
That's all I got.
Honestly, from you talking to him over this period of time, I'm shocked ain't nobody already asked this, but like, what did you read from his state of mind? Have you picked the vibe out yourself and talking to him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we ain't gonna get the solid evidence of everything until the 7th, but as far as his vibe and his energy, and from you talking to him, how does he feel right now? What is his emotions feeling like?
That's a good question, brother. And you're right. Nobody asked me that. From speaking to him, calling him, trying to figure out what's going on, what I get from him is he's happy, and it's been going on since, let me say, like a year ago. Since he went down, he's been so happy, like, yo, I didn't do this shit. But then sometimes I get the feeling like, damn, I don't want to believe. I'm not going to believe every fucking thing he said. Up and down. If I come out now, would I look bad when the records really come out? So I said the best thing for me to do is just fucking wait. I've been hearing shit from his side. I've been hearing shit from everybody else. And believe me, I hear shit from both sides where I be like, God damn, so-and-so is right. You know, and then my other side is me saying, just wait, Sanetta, just wait. And so I got to be disciplined enough to wait. I got to be patient to wait so that I can get it right this time. And when the shit come down, now I got every right to talk about it. Why? Because I'm looking at the paperwork for what it is. It's a closed case now. Everybody can see what happened.
I'm with you. And once all the evidence is out, then we'll have all the facts. But for right now, you know, let's not, you know, jump to the conclusion before actually doing the full experiment. That's all I want to say.
What experiment is he talking about?
Now, you know, let's not, you know, jump to the conclusion before actually doing the full experiment. That's all I want to say.
Now, you know, let's not, you know, jump to the conclusion before actually doing the full experiment. That's all I want to say.
Now, you know, let's not, you know, jump to the conclusion before actually doing the full experiment. That's all I want to say.
If he takes a plea, there's no way that all the facts will be out. Period.
All right, go ahead, Apostle. You want to ask one question?
Real short, 2 questions. Do innocent people go to jail?
Yes.
Do guilty people get off?
Yes.
So Polite might get off.
Polite is
I'm not saying he won't. He might even feel confident that he can get off. Personally, I don't hate Polite. When Polite was kicking Hebrew's ass, I didn't know Polite. Sanetta, I just met you in 2016. But I know he robbed you and a whole lot of other people.
Yes, he did. And guess what else? Guess what you probably don't know? That Polite paid me.
I know you, but not what he robbed you of. You told me. You told me when you went. Yeah, he paid you. Not what he took, but he paid you.
I'm gonna say you are really being a hypocrite, Apostle.
How?
Let me tell you how. To call Judah a heathen just because he disagreed with you and he pulled the scripture.
No, he can say he disagreed.
Apostle, can I talk? Just for the simple fact that he showed you scripture and he pulled up something and your response was you're a heathen. But I've seen you on platforms where you allow brothers to disrespect women, to call them out their name.
When a bitch like can get up there and try to tear down the house of consciousness, you telling me I'm supposed to treat her with fucking respect after that? Huh? That's what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to treat these bitches with respect after they trying to tear down the house of consciousness? Hell no, it's bigger than the hoes. It's bigger than them bitches.
He took all my money and he made me strip.
Ain't no more being nice with you hoes and bitches.
What are you talking about? Hey, watch over the way you're supposed to be.
The white chick got me. He tried to off me, man.
Then you's a lying whore.
Let me tell you something now. You listen to me, and you listen to me closely. Now, I don't give a shit about what happened to you. Now, I want you to get yourself together and get back out there and get me my money.
See, because women give you money. Yes, I do know that. Women do give you money.
Now, I don't care how long it takes you. You get out there and get it.
When the going get tough, the tough get going, goddammit.
Now, get.
Cry, bitch, cry. Cry me a motherfucking river. I don't give a fuck about you. All of you hoes. The black man gonna stand up and smack the shit out y'all motherfuckers.
Oh, come on. That's right, Big Daddy. Keep this.
You call me?
Called you a motherfucking bitch. Now do something about it, damn it. Do something.
These motherfucking black bitches out here.
You and me, we done, okay? We done.
You out of your fucking mind. Got weaves all going through your damn hair.
So what now? Oh, that's my shit. Would you just don't throw my stuff out? Oh, I can go. Hey, DJ.
You get what you deserve.
You just leave my shit in the hole. I'll be done with that. No. I'm paying for this shit.
Come here. Talk now. Now you want to fucking cry?
Hey, come here. Come on.
When the fuck do you expect me to go?
Shut your damn fucking mouth.
You go to hell, all I give a fuck.
Now you can't take it, right, bitch? You can't take it, right, bitch? How that feel now? How that feel, bitch? I'm talking about the black bitch. I'm talking about the black hoe. How dare you? Bitch, shut your damn mouth sometime. You bitches gonna have to pay. You need to shut your damn mouth when black men is talking.
You ain't no pimp.
I got fooled by the sweet, sexy, and soft voices of these hoes. I see how weak you are. I'm Sanetta, you know. When it comes with the women and trying to tell you something, you fell victim to these hoes. I'm not gonna no longer allow your soft, sexy voice to try to fucking manipulate us. No more of that. There'll be no more of that. You fell victim to these hoes.
You're rest haven for hoes.
Because you wanna show your fucking titties, you wanna talk real light and sweet and act like you know you really care for a brother. Sends me a goddamn text message with a heart on it. You fell victim to these hoes. Just like I did at one time. See, because women give you money. Yes, I do know that.
We charge it all. You dig what I'm saying? To a bitch. Yeah, pimping. That's all I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? You know, pimp ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, starve for nothing, you dig what I'm saying? You know, he gonna get it, you know what I'm saying?
Women do give you money.
You know, them hoes gonna make sure a pimp, you know what I'm saying, live the way they supposed to live, you know what I'm saying? You know?
But nigga, none of them hoes would know you if it wasn't for Sanetta. Jack? Fuck all that simping for these bitches. Never that. No more simping, goddammit. Oh, Sanetta, you know, I think you need to do this, and I think you need to do that. Bitch, is you out of your cotton picking mind? I was a simp at one time. I'm no longer no motherfucking simp. You fell victim to these hoes. Cause you bitches are y'all too fucking loose right now. Shit, you bullshit. We gonna get you, Shuggy. You don't hear me talking about the son that you molested, nigga. We got you, Shuggy. Some call you uncle. Fucking trying to get a little 14-year-old girl. I'm not gonna make the statement if I can't back it up. He's right, I did say that. Look at it. You don't hear me talking about the son that you molested, nigga. Stop playing games with it. This is not a game. Child molestation is not a game. Everybody knows me in Harlem for being a pedophile. Cut it, make clips, and I'm saying, yeah, they right. He's right, I did say that. Look at it. Everybody knows me in Harlem for being a pedophile. Take the script, cut it, put it up, and say, look what Sanetta said. You don't hear me talking about the son that you molested, nigga. Like, yo, y'all niggas don't give a fuck about the children no more? Facts, that nigga pedophile. I'm not talking about your molested son. Y'all really gonna let this shit go by? Like y'all don't care about the youth? Cut it, play it over. Everybody knows me in Harlem and over for being a pedophile. And over again. I'm saying that. Fuck your donations. I said, fuck them bitches. Oh my God. The smallest peanuts in the world. Look at this nigga. You dumb, stupid motherfucker. All this molestation shit. The smallest peanuts in the world. Nigga, I could see if you had Mandingo up there, nigga. I told you hoe ass niggas what was going on. None of you niggas followed. None of you niggas took a lead on it. Huh? So I'm off that motherfucking black woman. I ain't never say the black woman was God anyway. That was polite shit. That was them, Seti and Pharaoh shit. I'm not playing with these motherfucking Negro women no more. These bitches are nothing but liars. The fuck is wrong with you hoes? I get sick and tired of you hoes. Shut the fuck up. All of you trashy ass bitches that don't got nothing to offer but your ass. All of you. I was arrested for smoking crack. Bitches, you crazy. I was arrested for smoking crack. Bitches, you crazy. Only thing you're gonna find on my rap sheet, sniffing coke, is drugs, sniffing coke, and assault. Sniffing coke. Now, I've been arrested for smoking crack, sniffing coke like it's going out of style. How about that?
To call them hoes and prostitutes, knowing that they was not that, and you didn't call them a heathen. But you would call Judah a heathen because he's not in your circle. That's incorrect. To me, if you ask me, I think you are a heathen.
I'm not bringing an accusation.
You call them a heathen, though.
Because that's what a heathen does.
All of y'all are heathens, including you, man. To go against your brother for some little nonsensical shit.
Sanetta.
I don't call out people's behavior, man.
Hey, let me get Sister Freedom.
The same way that Apostle is so upset and so angry and in his feelings, that's the same way Sanetta feels.
Thank you.
That's how he feels. That's how I felt when it was brought up to me about Dr. York, and all I said was, I know somebody that lived on the land that said they didn't see anything. And all of a sudden, I'm defending Dr. York.
I don't know what you're talking.
See, I know you don't, but well, you know what you're talking about when it comes down to you.
Right.
But I'm just saying in general. Wait a minute, I don't even want to.
It has nothing to do with
it. No, I'm just saying in general because I don't.
I agree.
I don't want to conversate. I'm not making. I'm just using, as an example.
Real talk.
We know Sanetta.
Come on, man. This
is ridiculous. I'm listening to stuff, not wanting to come up here because of my own situation. This is who has. We wouldn't even know each other if it wasn't for this one particular man. We know him. We all over the YouTube knowing each other because of this man. We literally don't know each other personally, but we know each other personally. That's all I came up here to say is we need to really wake up. You see how you felt? How do you think he felt? Why should not he be mad? And the moment that he get mad, all of a sudden he's crazy. I saw myself in that man. I saw what happens to me and him, and that's why I had to come up here. We are so sad and so sick, man. All this on other people's channels talking about y'all gonna kill the man and all this stuff you shouldn't even be saying on your channel because it can be easily taken down from some of the things that you're saying. Y'all don't even know what the outcome is gonna be. Wait a few days. Just wait. Everybody got the answers. And another thing, y'all let information break y'all apart. It's annoying. It's sad, but that's all I had to say. I apologize, Sanetta, for all of that. I really apologize because it's sad. I know your pain because I'm going through the same thing. My name just dragged. She's a supporter of pedophile and rapist because I said somebody knew the man and they never seen anything. I don't know the man. I've never met him. People be right in the same house and don't know what's going on. You don't know anybody on this panel could be doing something crazy in their life. How the hell would this man know? Anybody in the chat? And they can make all the comments that they want. How in the hell would Sanetta know what they do in their life? All that we know is he has brought us all together, and he has brought some great people on this panel, and we do this to him. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves. Ashamed. Ashamed.
All right, Sanetta, you there?
I don't know who's speaking. Well, I'm gonna get off the stage, guys. And I was sick, and I came on here. I really don't feel too good, but I still needed to come on and just say anything. Y'all have a good night.
Peace.
In my opinion, she got up there because she is getting looked at in some type of sector or channel where they think that she's caping for Dr. York. And I really think that, advocating for Dr. York at this time, y'all all look stupid as fuck. All she did was get up there and try to sympathize with Sanetta because she getting dragged through the mud for her caping for Dr. York. And again, it's stupid. He infected several children with chlamydia and herpes. Why in the fuck are you guys still supporting him? He pled guilty to over 70 charges of sexual activities with children. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? That's what's sad. That's what's really sad. Oh, I know somebody that lived on the land and they said that they didn't see anything. Which means what exactly? In this situation, when you say that Dr. York did nothing, which is one person's account of the situation, you're essentially telling all of his victims that you don't believe them. Wake up, lady. It's always a mammy.
Peace.
Hey, but Sanetta, did you hear what I said, Sanetta? Sanetta, are you there? I think a lot of this stuff, this pedophilia stuff, if we really go behind the scenes psychological, like I'm reading where Muhammad was with Aisha and she was 9 years old. And then I'm hearing where God impregnated Mary and she was 14 years old. So in our society, either one or the other, Christian or Muslim, play a big role in our psyche in the Black America.
Her mother was married at 15.
Yes, so that's what parents do. Let's add that part.
Was
but
married
still,
at 15 and my father was 25.
There it is, man. So it's weird, man. It's just...
My grandfather was 56 and my grandmother was 12.
Come on, all throughout the South. Woo!
Oh, hell no. Damn.
My grandfather had 20-year-old kids when he married my grandmother.
This is deep, man. This is deep. This is deep in our psyche, bro. I'm telling you. What about all those pimps? What about all those black pimps at the high school sitting around in Cadillacs?
Great question.
My grandfather's been dead for many years. He died when I was 6 months old. My grandmother died before I was born. She died at the age of 45. She gave birth to over 16 kids.
Wow. Let's unpack this. So first, I want to start with no disrespect. I'm just here to bring the facts based off of what Apostle just said. Apostle stated that his dad was 25 and his mother was 15 when they got married. He then stated that his grandfather was 56 years old when he married his 12-year-old grandmother. Again, no disrespect intended, but we're going to deal with the facts here. Based off of Apostle's own statements, his father and his grandfather were child molesters. I don't care what time that we were in and how it was not frowned upon. The moral stance on it is it's sick as hell to be, as an example, 56 and having sex with a 12-year-old girl. And then on top of it, he also had children that were 20 years old when he married Apostle's, at the time, 12-year-old grandmother. A child molester is a child molester. And honestly, I'm wondering what type of damage health-wise having kids starting at age 12 or 13 would cause on his grandmother's body. As he had stated, she died when she was 44 years old. As a child, 12 to 13, it is not healthy for a 12 or 13, 14, 15-year-old to necessarily have a baby, birth a child into this world. Their wombs are not ready yet. Just because they come on their menstrual does not mean that they're technically ready to birth children. There has been issues with cervical cancer and other things related to early childbirth. Again, Apostle, if you hear this, I am not trying to disrespect you or your family. I'm just here to state the facts. Let's get back into it.
So listen, that's how it was. My mother didn't go beyond the 3rd grade because they had to work in the fields. Their children got married young. They started work young. None of them went to school. That's the way it was in the South. You had children because you had to go pick that cotton in the fields. They was out in the fields 4 years old picking cotton.
Yeah, that clearly is not the conditions we are presently living in. So, no, an adult in a hotel. So let's not get. I mean, I know we're having a broader discussion, but also we have to still be focused on what's in front of us and what's the possible charges. Again, because we as a community, especially as a community of men, we're going to be judged by how we move forward as far as trying to get justice for our daughter. She's all of our daughters that probably, until we know on the 7th, had a very serious crime inflicted on her.
As a community of men, we're going to be judged by how we move forward as far as trying to get justice for our daughter. She's all of our daughters.
As a community of men, we're going to be judged by how we move forward as far as trying to get justice for our daughter. She's all of our daughters.
Over my dead fucking body, will you guys sit over there and claim this victim in this situation, this child, to be all of our daughters? Those that care about this victim, those that have been advocating for this victim can say that, because we've been advocating for this victim since day one. No doubts, no shimmying, no shaking, no diversion. But y'all niggas over there cannot claim that, because since day one, you guys have been trying to discredit the victim and the victim's mother. And that's trash.
I really believe the 2 cases he gonna plead to is contributing alcohol to a minor and that other misdemeanor charge of lewd behavior with a minor.
There is no, hear me, Apostle, there is no L&L, lewd and lascivious charge on his docket or in life that is a misdemeanor. Period. Apostle, stop just talking just to talk.
Yeah, again, I have no interest at all in going over the technicalities. You know, that just really, that part of it, I didn't even think about that part. The other, my heart as a father is still so messed up about considering. So maybe other I'm not even interested in the technicality.
I mean, right. We can even think, how could a mother put a daughter in a position like that?
Right. We can even think, how could a mother put a daughter in a position like that?
Right. We can even think, how could a mother put a daughter in a position like that?
Like I just said, you guys do not advocate for the victim or the victim's mother in this case. You have no clue what Polite told the mother, what really happened. The only way that we're going to find that out is if this goes to trial. We could say the same thing about your great-grandmother, Apostle, the one that allowed her 12-year-old daughter to marry a 56-year-old motherfucking man with 20-year-old children in this bitch. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's best to shut what they call the fuck up. I will always stand with the victim and the victim's family in cases like this. And over my dead body, once again, will you guys continue to disrespect the mother or any victim that comes out after this in this situation or any other case? Period. I will stand on your fucking necks daily in this bitch. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
Sanetta, are you back? Are you back, Sanetta?
Well, I am back, but I want to say I heard everything that everybody said. I ran to the bathroom, then I went to go make me something to eat. I ain't eat all day, man, you know, because of this shit here.
Can I say something?
Brother. Go ahead, say something, brother.
Hey, peace to everybody on the panel. Peace to all the brothers. Black Power. Hey, okay, I know where y'all took it somewhere else.
Yeah, guys, you can bring it back, brother.
Back to the original subject. I'm not trying to no, but the thing with Polite, okay, as far as like with R. Kelly, right? I'm from Chicago. I used to go to clubs, you know, throughout Chicago, and one of the main clubs where the athletes used to hang out at is Houston's. It was a downtown hotel. Okay, this is where a lot of the athletes, entertainers hung out at. Okay, now my thing is, now I'm hoping that Polite didn't do this to this girl. A lot of girls, I've had partners that worked at these clubs as bouncers, security, because I used to work entertainment security. I used to work for Andy Frame. I used to work on security for Andy Frame. Andy Frame had urchins that brought people down, but I worked down at the bottom of the stage, on security and up on the stage. And I would escort they liquor and all that to their rooms where they was getting ready. You had so many people. Now, New York is just like Chicago to me, because I've been in New York several times. I got a homeboy, it's a DJ in New York. IDs and all that can be acquired like this.
Oh yeah.
For little nothing.
Right.
Okay, now my thing is not taking nothing. I'm not trying to defend nobody that did do anything to young girls. But I know a lot of these clubs, because I work a bounce at a club, and I've turned away a lot of young women who try to you got to have an eye for fake ass IDs.
A fake ID or not has nothing to do with this case and this situation. Polite knew that this child was a minor because he was dating the mother. Let's be real here. Hello?
I worked down in Atlanta, this club called Out of Control. It was right behind the Varsity in Atlanta. But a lot of those clubs and stuff like that would let women in if they gave them enough money. Girls that's underage. A lot of clubs that R. Kelly went to.
What is your point, though, brother? Brother, what is your point, man?
I'm getting to that point. The point is that the girls that they say R. Kelly, you know, offended on, what was their parents at? You don't think their parents knew about R. Kelly and their daughter?
Well, I know
you think they actually kept that from them?
2 or 3 of them encouraged their daughters.
Brother, we're talking about Polite now, man.
No, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. Okay, Polite, same situation. I'm not trying to offend him or nothing. But, okay, what was the girl? Okay, they say they found the girl in the hotel with Polite, right? What was the girl's mother at?
I'm getting to that. Okay, Polite, same situation. I'm not trying to offend him or nothing. But, okay, what was the girl? Okay, they say they found the girl in the hotel with Polite, right? What was the girl's mother at?
I'm getting to that.
Okay, Polite, same situation. I'm not trying to offend him or nothing, but okay, what was the girl? Okay, they say they found the girl in the hotel with Polite, right? What was the girl's mother at?
He says he's not trying to offend Polite, but clearly he's trying to offend the mother in this situation. Another male up on Sanetta's platform blaming the mother. Why doesn't anybody ever ask where the father is in this situation, or where Polite's moral compass was when he decided to ejaculate 6 semen stains on a 14-year-old child? It seems like that man that was just talking has no clue about what the fuck he's talking about. He has clearly not followed along with the story, does not know the moving parts, yet he's once again on Sanetta's platform, as all these niggas have done, is state their opinion and attack the mother or attack the victim, or one way or another shuck and jive and try to remove it from Polite being responsible and putting it on the mother or the victim. Again, we have no clue what Polite told the mother to get the child away from the hotel room into which they were first at, and then he brought the child, right? He tried to bring the child to a concert or an after party, right? Allegedly. And then he decided to bring her to a separate hotel room into which he again got 6 semen stains on a 14-year-old child. Please help me understand where in the fuck you guys are coming from with this. Why does it have to be the mother's fault? Why couldn't it just be that Polite is a manipulating ass, coon ass, grooming ass pedophile? These predators do everything and anything they can. They are very manipulative. So again, he could have told the mother anything. But let's get back into it.
Was the girl at the party before they left to go to the hotel? Or was it already set up?
All right, brother, hold on. All of that don't mean shit, man. What is Polite doing with the girl from the beginning? That's what the people are saying, man.
Yeah, I know.
We're not going to blame the little girl for none of this because we don't know how he got to the girl. So come on, man.
Now you're saying we're not going to blame the girl, but you never said that you're not going to blame the mother. However, I want to point out that niggas like that feel enabled to come on your platform and say shit like that because since the beginning, you and your people over there have been allowing this type of rhetoric to go on. Since day one, you and your people over there have blamed one way or another the victim or the mother. But it seems like maybe you caught on, or maybe you just know that I'm gonna be on your ass, Sanetta. But I need you to stand on that. See, you deciding until July 7th to not speak out or not denounce Polite is not good enough for me. And I hope it's not good enough for the community. But we will see.
Stop, man.
I'm not
I don't want nobody trying to defend nothing while I'm here. I'm just saying I'm going to wait till it come out. But come on, man.
I'm asking, where was the parent at?
The parent probably trusted him. I don't know. She probably had trust in him that he would take care. Who knows?
It was to be one of his wives, man. This was a woman
yeah,
that
the
he was
girl was one of his wives, brother. The girl was one of his wives.
That's what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to get at. Who was the
mother was
mother?
one of Polite's wives.
Oh, the girl mother was one of Polite's wives.
She fell asleep, and Polite took her out to get her something to eat.
Yeah, that's all. I don't want it to get too crazy, man. Right. But the truth is the truth, man. What the fuck, you know?
Right. Polite took her out and then went to another hotel.
I'm not trying to end him or nothing. I'm just saying. Look at parents. So you said that was one of the wives. So that then if he did that shit,
that's what I said.
I don't have daughters, but I got granddaughters. And even if somebody did that to one of my granddaughters, motherfuckers, you might as well go. Look, I'm gonna call and say, look, go on and hook me up a suit because this motherfucker is done. Because there ain't no way in the world a grown ass man should be in a room with a 13, 14-year-old girl that late at night and fucked up on drugs or whatever, alcohol. Because you should never, a grown man, first of all, a grown man should never put himself in that type of position anyway. He should never put himself in that type of position anyway. If you got them type of impulses, your ass need to be locked up in a psychological facility for goddamn brain manipulation to see what makes motherfuckers like that function. To even what the fuck can you get out of a young ass girl that you can't get out of a grown ass woman?
Men love that tight fitted glove vagina. When he go into that womb, we love that. I love Amonette, and I love his wife, both of them. I love both of them.
And he had to think twice, not only because he didn't want to say her name, but remember, he didn't want to say her real name. Renentech is the name Polite made up for her with Dr. York.
When he go into that womb, we love that. I love Amonette, and I love his wife, both of them. I love both of them. She is not insecure one iota. She stands by her man. She supports her man, and that's why this shit is working. She's not insecure. Women, sisters, look at that woman's face. She know where that bread and butter come home to. She know where he comes home to. After all these years, she is a strong black woman. Renentech. Woo! Powerful sisters.
Who?
Renentech.
Who?
Renentech.
Who?
Renentech.
Stop.
Renentech. Strong black woman.
Stop. Please, for the people, can you identify who is Polite's other wife that you're talking about? Amonette and who?
Renentech.
Who? Of course, because all the time, Cynthia has to be a part of this. Think about it. This is Cynthia's niece that went from Polite's daughter to Polite's wife.
That's fucking sickness. I don't give a fuck what you portray. See, you have a lot of these motherfuckers that portray, excuse my French, you have a lot of these people that portray themselves in public and behind closed doors. You having your best man, what they call they man who take care of their business, having a 13-year-old girl come to your room, a 14-year-old girl come to your room behind doors, sick as hell. And this shit is going on all the time. Right now, today, as we on this live stream right here, I guarantee you it's an underage girl being manipulated and forced into sex right now because of a sick motherfucker who got money and all that, and the people around them is not exposing them.
No matter somebody's financial bracket, whether they're rich, poor, or in between, if they're attracted to children, they will touch children. It's not just the rich people. However, it is the people that remain quiet, turn the other way, act like they didn't see it, cover up their lies and all that. We call them enablers, but they assist this type of behavior. But it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. If you're attracted to children, you're attracted to children, and they will attack children.
Joel? Yeah. Hey. All right, man, let me get out of here, man. Damn, I've been up here for 4 hours going in. Appreciate y'all coming and holding it down, man.
But yeah, man, listen, I don't know, man. I don't know if you said other brothers bombing on you because, you're trying to hold off to see what it really is on the 7th. That's why, I'm saying, in terms of your position, and as you said, I'm a journalist, you don't want to jump out the window, you know what I'm saying? And then you look crazy in the end if the man is exonerated, you know what I'm saying? But, we all shall see, I guess.
That's all
and do the interview. If you get the
I don't
chance
care. I don't care about everybody else going in and banging. Do what y'all do. I'm sitting back watching this shit.
I just don't know how you gonna do the interview from jail.
The beginning, you was banging on him in the beginning when he first got locked up.
Right. Right, I was.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Sanetta, now you know that's cap. You have never banged on Brother Polite in any point of time in this case. Stop the cap.
I didn't see him getting by.
And then what happened was, let me tell you what happened with that, Maharaka. In the beginning, hell yeah, I was going in on him, banging on him. And this shit first went down. But guess what happened?
What?
Them niggas started blaming me and putting me involved with it, even though I was banging on them. Right. If people, all they gotta do is look at the video. Everybody and their mama was going at me. And that's what took my focus off Polite and turned it around and started banging back on the niggas that was going at me.
Yeah, I think Inky did it. I think Inky did it first.
Yeah, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why this One West original dude is capping. I don't know if it's because he's a co-signer or what, but that's not the events that took place. What happened was Sanetta came up here since day one of Brother Polite's case, capping for Polite, talking about he ain't finna jump out the window, talking shit to us about us doing videos and talking about it. Not to mention where Sanetta Studios, the HOK, the panelists, the chat, continuously victim shamed the victim as well as attacked the mother of the victim in this case, while enabling and co-signing for Brother Polite, aka Michael E. Nowak. So then we clapped at him, and he has put himself in a very sticky situation with this Brother Polite thing, both with Renentech as well as this victim in this case. And we can also include those that came out of the HOK, were promoted by the HOK, that had same or similar charges or accusations, period. However, he wants to paint us out to be the bad people. Sanetta has done everything. He doxed people. He lied on people. He even said, I asked him what that peen like. Girl, bye. This nigga is cap. Sanetta, do not get me into looking at extra clips from the past, because I will fuck you up all day, every day with what you said and how we reacted.
So you're right. I was banging hard on that nigga at first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, Sanetta, you okay? He up there adjusted and okay. Let's see how it's gonna play out on this particular date. That's why I was like, you so, and I'll do the interview. I'm like, if you could do the interview.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. But see, here's the thing though. See, y'all think I'm gonna do the interview by myself. I'm not. I don't want to do the interview by myself.
What if he found guilty and he be locked up?
How would you do it?
How can you do it?
Here's the thing. When he go and take his plea, he got 60 days to turn himself in.
More bad information. He does not have 60 days finalized as of yet to turn himself in. They will mitigate, meaning speak about why it is important that he is allowed 60 days. You're not just, given 60 days. Either that's a part of the plea or the judge will hear information from the defense or the prosecutor on why it may or may not be a good idea to give this man 60 days to turn himself in. However, if you remember correctly, the judge did state that he would actually have to show up in court. Therefore, he could be arrested on July 7th, 2023. Let's continue.
Okay, that's what it is.
That's what it is. If y'all go and look at the lady telling him what's going on, after he take his plea, he got 60 days to turn himself in. That's when we'll find out how much time he got. Y'all
I'll try to look up the information. I don't know if I can see that information, then I can make it better. You know what I'm saying?
It's up on the screen.
Already up.
Everybody can see it.
Yeah, you can go to Garfield's channel. It's already up. It was put on. It wasn't clear today, but Garfield put it up on this channel today.
Yeah, it's on a lot of people's channel.
And they said what he's pleading to?
No. That's why I said I'd rather wait until the 7th.
I know what 2 charges I would cop a plea to. I know what 2. I know what 2 charges I would cop a plea to. I know what 2.
I know what 2 charges I would cop a plea to. I know what 2.
Again, Apostle, the defendant in the case does not get to really do anything with the plea. You do not get to pick what charges you're going to take versus others. You either take the plea that is offered by the prosecutors or you go to trial. Now, in some cases, you may be able to get offered another plea. However, if Brother Polite goes to court on the 7th and he denies this plea, meaning he does not take this plea, and he requests to go to trial, and then they set the trial, and then he still tries to get a better plea after that, 9 times out of 10, that is going to make the judge and the prosecutor mad as fuck. And let's talk about the chances of him being physically body slammed, metaphorically, of course, in court if he tries to do that. In cases where you're offered 2 plea deals, for an example, normally the first plea deal would have been offered early on in the case. The second, or the best one, would come before trial or pre-trial, offered at pre-trial. Honestly, Polite was offered a plea deal way late in the case. In reality, like I said, the cases that normally get an extra plea deal or a better plea deal than the first are ones where the first plea deal is early on in the case. Polite having a case almost 2 years out from the original date of him being officially charged is being offered a plea deal right before or at pre-trial.
They outlined the charges. I'll tell you this though. Yeah. He told me straight up, because I've been talking. He said, Sanetta, I am never going to cop out to a plea of raping a girl, of doing anything with this girl. I'm never going to do anything like that. So I'm going to see. That's all I can tell you is I don't know. That's what I was heard. That's what I was told. And so I'm going to wait and see.
That's why I said
I'm not going to get up in here and accuse him of doing this and doing that until I see the fucking charges, man. Yeah, I'll let all the other niggas do that and they're going to look stupid what if Polite didn't do what they all saying he did?
Sanetta, it is the state of Florida versus Michael E. Nowak, aka Brother Polite. It doesn't matter what we say he did. We got proof that he has charges for it. We're not the ones that Polite or even you should be worried about. The courts are the ones that said that he did what he did. We're just standing on it and in support of the victim and the victim's mother in this situation. And as a community of how many ever of us there is that stand against pedophilia, child molestation, child molesters, etc. Not just because this is a Brother Polite case, but the topic of molestation. They understand that that is wrong and they don't support it.
Right. What charges is he taking? All them niggas gonna look like fucking dumb ass, stupid ass, hating motherfuckers.
That's true.
Now, if Polite did do it, then you'll see me. I'm not joining them niggas, but I would come out and I would make my statement and say what I gotta say.
I mean, if the man's found innocent, there's nothing nobody can say.
Yeah. But
I mean, really, what you want to say? I mean,
But if he pleads, he can't be found innocent.
It's based on what he's pleading to. But I understand what you're saying. Right. So it's all connected. That's what Brother was saying earlier. So if you want some damn, I took the Quabah or rape the world, or whatever, it's gonna be somewhat outlined on that because it's dealing with the female.
Well, dogs, let me say, did he take a plea deal or did he have a plea hearing? I really don't know. Most likely, I'm thinking, don't quote me on it, but I'm thinking he had a plea hearing.
He's going to have that on the 7th.
Because he didn't take the deal until the 7th. That's when it is official. And you know what? Damn, man, I missed my fucking, oh my God, I'm going to go back and watch it. But I missed the whole goddamn NBA draft fucking with this bullshit. And that's what I was hoping. I couldn't wait for the NBA draft to see this shit, and I done missed it. Dealing with this bullshit.
Well, I hope you'll get somebody, man.
Peace, y'all. Peace out, man.
All right, brother.
I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.
All right, peace.
All right. So that video will be up on my Queen's Throne TV channel as well. Why is this doing this? Okay. Channel as well with just the edited version. That video alone on its own is 2 hours. Like I said, I didn't really put any commentary in the beginning, but towards the end, I was like, what the fuck, bro? So the last hour has commentary from me. But yeah, this situation, child, is fucked up. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys saying that I did a good job at editing and stuff like that. I do appreciate it because I did spend a lot of time on that edit. That edit alone, it was a almost 5-hour video to begin with. It took me a while to edit that video, and I wanted to do the best I could with getting everything like that, child. But I also got the raw versions without the music. So if content creators that are really standing on this, not, just talking about it because it's polite, if you need, the edit, go get it from Queenstone TV. But if you need the edit with no, what I'm saying, music or whatever, reach out to me. We can try to make that happen. I'm trying to keep up with them, but for other purposes, I did need a version that has no music. So basically, like, I am not here to play with Sanetta. I'm very disappointed in what he allows on his platform. He acts like he cares now about the victim, and that's just because he wants to either way remain safe on either side, whether Polite is found guilty or innocent. But Polite is not getting off on this case. And the fact that I have not seen any movement, any real nigga shit from Sanetta, I just cannot respect that at the end of the day. And it's fuck that nigga, period. It is what it is at the end of the day. I'm sorry, I'm looking at something. At the end of the day, feel like Sanetta should stop allowing motherfuckers to just go up on his platform and spew whatever, just bullshit. And it's really just making Polite look worse, and also Sanetta. Sanetta, you cannot claim that you have no understanding of why people are connecting you to Brother Polite. That was your cash cow. That was your right-hand man. You did spend time with him. It wasn't just recording and YouTube shit. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all was kicking it. We're going to talk about a little of that pertaining to around the time that, or at the time, the week around where Brother Polite, aka Michael E. Nowak, was served with the DNA warrant, and Sanetta was out there chilling with him. Okay, like I said, he did have shot a video with Napashada, Brother Polite, the victim's mother in this case, as well as some other girl, and Lex Vort, Zion Lex. It's the Lexes for me. Not Lex Vortex, Zion Lex. So I got some questions for Zion Lex too. And I've over time brought up the fact that Lex Vortex claims that he had video of an altercation that happened between Sanetta and Napashada, and he said he was coming out that following Monday. This is, a clip that I have on my Queenstone TV channel, as well as I believe it's coming up in an edit if it's not already up. But so it's just a lot of shit. But I already have the video edited, basically all the parts for the video edited for next show. We're going to be talking about that type of situation where also Sanetta admits that, he responds to Renentech, gives her acknowledgement rather, that she's a great wife for Polite, and that, she's not secure and shit. We're gonna fuck with Shaka a little bit on, I had to, edit Shaka a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Something that he had done. But that is what we'll be talking about next time that we, do this. Again, it's the 4th of July. I got a couple of places that I had said that I was gonna stop through. So I don't know if I'll be here tonight, like far as July 4th night, but if not, I'll be here Wednesday, and I'm also going to get Thursday's edit done or figured out what direction we're going. And then, Friday is the day that Brother Polite takes the plea or whatever with his case. He's at least going to court, and he physically has to be there. Now, this should be just a regular Zoom type of courtroom as court date as well, but we'll get what we can get, and we will also know the information because it will be on the docket. If anybody has an issue with finding the docket, you don't have to believe me, right? It's all documented. If you have an issue, find me in the docket or whatever, you want to see it for yourself, you want to just, take a gander by yourself, hit me up, Queen's Throne, the number 9 at gmail.com, where we at. So you can hit me up there and I can make sure that, whatever. But yeah, I mean, this is the state of Florida against Michael E. Nowak, aka Brother Polite. So Sanetta, being upset at us talking about it, it really is just making you guys look bad. The niggas that be coming up there, not only do they look dusty, they have a little bit to none brain cells left. I would definitely not call them conscious. And they're making themselves look stupid as fuck. So continue to talk about it, and I'll continue to edit, Sanetta. But whatever your whatever the verdict is and whatever you say, regardless, I'm not shameful of anything that I've said or shown on my channel when it comes to Michael E. Nowak, aka Brother Polite. I feel in my bones, in my body, that that man is a predator and he got caught this time. Okay, period. So it is what it is. Otherwise, we wouldn't be out up here talking, because I'm not on no clout chase shit. It's never that serious. But like I said, the edit to this video will be on Queen's Throne TV. What else? I would open the panel, but it's 2:28, and kids wake up and shit, child. I got a 5-year-old, so I know that she'll be up soon, and it's the 4th of July, so it's not definitely a lazy type of day. So I'm gonna get up out of here, but just know that I'll be here at least, if I'm not here tonight, which I doubt it, like 85% no live tonight. But on Wednesday I will do a live around about 9 p.m. Central. And we'll, look at the video that I've already edited and stuff like that. So as more stuff happens and things like that, we'll document them as well. I may be a day late or whatever, a few days late, but it does take time to edit. Shout out to those that did donate to the platform today. I do appreciate you guys. And with that, y'all, shout out to those that are standing on real shit. I see y'all. And those that also that don't, didn't drop down in my chat or didn't, don't comment or whatever, but they have platforms and they're standing on business and they come off as genuine. I do see you. Okay. But it is what it is. Shout out to my moderators and all that. I hope you guys have a safe but fun 4th of July. For those that celebrate or whatever, to me, it really is just a time where family and friends can come together that might, be busy, have to work. But since, normally people get paid for working, not working holidays, that, it's the thing. You get paid when you work holidays or when you don't, but you know what I'm saying? So anyway, damn, I swallowed wrong, child. Pause. Anyway, much love, you guys. I do appreciate you guys, for all of you guys that hit the like button, the new subscribers, people that are sharing things out, all of that. I appreciate you guys as well. On the way out, we're going to listen to Lola Brooke, So Disrespectful. And like I said, I will see you guys, worst case scenario, Wednesday night. Much love, y'all. Stay you, stay royal, stay uncompromisable, and please stay woke, because you will see me or hear my voice in an upcoming live or in some commentary. Bye-bye, y'all.
Damn, Ben Mark shot this too?